It's the Shizzle Show with your boy D Shizzle and my co-pilots. We stay rocking. Yeah. And we taking off.
Yeah. Go ahead, Serge.
Go.
Get. It's the Shizzle Show. It's the Shizzle Show.
What?
It's the Shizzle Show.
What?
It's the Shizzle Show. It's the Shizzle Show. Yay! That was rocking right there, though, Serge. You know what I mean? Coming in with that pop. That's what's up. What's going down, everybody? It's the Shizzle Show. Sunday afternoon up here, Tampa Bay, Ohio Radio. Shout out to iHeartRadio. You know, we doing our thing. Yeah. Hold on, I'm getting a text from Galen. A flight. So he's okay. I guess he's on his way. So we got Mr. Galen Graham coming through. That's Dr. Dre's peeps. We're gonna talk about all that good stuff there, new business ventures that he has going down. Serge, how you doing, brother?
Man, a little bummed out. The Browns played like Gaga today.
Yeah, your boy did get signed to. I
was very upset.
Shai Ortiz already in the building. Go ahead, have
upset.
a seat. You can sit down like right there if you like. Just hang out with us.
Very upset with
Our
the outcome
first
today.
Interview is going to be a call-in. Yeah, so just hang out with us. Appreciate having you here in the building with us. We got Miss Shai Ortiz here with us. I was going to let y'all know that she's also going to be on the show. But let me flip it around real quick for my people on the live. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, she's in the building. Words, okay. Yeah, go ahead and tag yourself and do everything that you need to do. Yeah. And, the Browns.
Man.
So the Browns picked up your boy Odell. So how was he playing today? Obviously, the entire Browns weren't doing so swell.
It was terrible.
And all right.
The first drive was promising, and then we got 16 penalties.
So it wasn't looking so good.
Nah, it was very, very depressing.
All right.
Needless to say.
Yeah, man. Well,
it is what it is.
Isn't it still preseason? So
that's the game one. That's how you come out the gates.
Oh, they just started the NFL season this week?
Yep. Came out the gates flat.
They'll get it together. Shout out to the Browns because, I know that's your team. Cleveland, Ohio, put it together. Flo, Ohio, y'all see, my man, he loves Cleveland and Ohio and all that good shit there. All right, so, and we also have, another cat. Hey, he's been seasoned in the game, man. He's been doing his thing for a minute. His name is Ricco Barrino, and he happens to be Fantasia's brother. And that's Fantasia, who you guys know that won. What was it that she had won? It was on TV. American Idol.
Yeah.
But that was a while back. She's been an artist in the A-list music game these days. And yeah, we have her brother who's been doing his thing in the music industry. And he just recently put out a project, so he'll be getting at us. Shout out to Ann, shout out to Cat X, everybody over that direction. Yeah, man, so we doing our thing. It's the Shizzle Show. Keeping it moving how we do it. My man Chris in the building. Man said he just got a fresh trim on his dreads. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, man, we got Big Business. Shout out to my homie Big Biz. He'll be here in just a minute. It was his birthday yesterday, so he's coming through to guest co-pilot with me this afternoon and, keep it moving how we do it. Yeah. Serge. Go ahead, have a seat. Miss Shai Ortiz in the building already. Go ahead and have a seat. Chop it up with us for a second before we get into the interview with Mr. Ricco Barrino. How you doing, Shai? What's going down?
No complaints. It's been a busy week for us.
Yeah?
So, I'm happy to be here on the show, chop it up with you guys on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Kind of the wind down of the weekend for us. So, Chadwick here. He's going to be doing some video recording for us today. It's kind of what we do. We create content.
Okay.
Lots of cool stuff.
All right, so check it out. We got the call coming in right now.
Let's
so we're going to
do it.
go ahead and plug in and get into it with him. You know what I mean? Boom. You should have him on the line. Hello. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Shizzle Show.
Hello.
Yeah. How you doing? Can you hear us?
I'm wonderful. Yes, sir.
All right.
Ricco's on the line.
No doubt. So Rico's there? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What's up, brother? How you doing this afternoon, man?
I can't complain, man. Out on the hunt right now. You know, it's football season.
Yeah, my man was just talking about how the Browns. Are you a Browns fan, bro? He's talking about how the Browns got drugged through the mud today.
Nah, but you know it's a shame because I was really rooting for them to get their swagger back. You know what I'm saying? You know, by them. You know, it's the beginning. Yeah. So maybe they needed that cold. They needed that cold hard nosebleed. But you know, I was definitely thinking that they would get they swagger back in order to be able to gain some more identity for themselves that they haven't seen in God knows when.
No doubt. Hey, yeah, you're in North Carolina too, so I'm sure like you're a Carolina Panthers fan. Hello? Yo. Hello. Hello? Can y'all hear me?
Nah, you cut out for a second.
Okay,
I believe.
Okay, we back?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So you was talking about the football, and I was saying that you're in North Carolina, man, so I'm sure you're like a Carolina Panthers fan, correct?
Yeah, I can be. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say I'm a bandwagoner. I just feel like sometimes when you say fan, being that I played the game, I feel like politically sometimes on my team we made some very big mistakes within the staff, within the people behind the scenes when you started, trading people after, a very successful season, which allowed, them to kind of struggle at times. So yeah, I mean, I'm more of a fan of players now, because I realize, everybody don't think the same, so you'll get a bunch of disappointment.
That's true. Yeah. And it's more of a business these days. The players don't really stick around with teams. I see it in the league, and like I love the NBA. So I see players, they're making moves they're transitioning all the time, man. It's not how it used to be traditionally where you're trying to stick with a team and make it happen with a team. They're just trying to make it happen with that money and trying to get that instantaneous, ring, I guess.
That new football job market.
Yeah.
That new age football player, it's not the same that it used to be.
Yeah, man. But let's get into it with you, man, Ricco, man. Appreciate having you on the show, first of all.
I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, without a doubt, brother, without a doubt. So you came in the game, I guess your track, it was bubblegum, huh? That's what really got your feet wet? Yeah. Tell us a little something about you and your history and, introduce yourself to the Shizzle Show world if you don't mind, my brother.
Bubblegum was a leadway to me being heard. I knew at the time that was, snap music was hot, and I needed something coming off of, a sultry background where you had a band. It was all about live band, live sound, being able to pack out the places that we played. I had a band called Infinity back then, and actually, at the time, my siblings were like some of the, my greatest fans. So you can imagine like my sister getting up with us and performing, and it's kind of how she was able to get her chops together. But I needed something to really kind of, make me stand out. So that was the route I kind of sort of chose to go. And I knew in time that I would be able to start, kind of carving me a path to get the listeners to see who I really was. But I needed something that would basically, open the ears of many, and it did.
Yeah, man. Was it a now I'm gonna say a competition, with your sister, knowing she can belt and sing the way she can sing? But did you, how was you able to tell me a little something about that, having me and Fantasia around though? Because I'm sure that helped hone your skills and develop your sound, correct? Or was you the older brother and you kind of helped guide her in what she was doing?
Yeah, in a sense, it started off me being the guiding, kind of like sort of the guiding light, the voice of reason to try to, make sure she made the right decisions.
Okay.
Over the years, it kind of ended up being a competition. You know what I'm saying? So,
I don't want to take it, on a competitive type of thing. I was just, more or less talking about just coming up around Fantasia. Knowing she can sing the way she can sing.
We just gonna keep it 100.
Yeah,
100. It became that to the point where it was friendly competition or family competition, and she respected it. I believe that she respects it today. But do we? Can we say that it kind of sort of went too far? Yeah, because again, you gotta realize the whole situation. We just use people like let's say Ray J and Brandy for example. Brandy didn't like when Ray J got the success he got. She had to get adjusted to it because she was used to being the breadwinner. So you gotta realize sometimes you have to you wonder why let's say that the Barges and all them got things like competitiveness that plagues the whole family. You know what I mean? The Jacksons had success, but did the Jacksons have Mike's success? No. Do you think that Mike, was happy when Janet got the success she had at first? No.
Mm-hmm.
He had to adjust to it. So, you talk about sibling rivalry or
Yeah, it's the Shizzle Show. We keeping it moving though.
Your call has been forwarded to an...
Hold on, y'all. I guess I did that. That was my fault. Damn it. All right. Hey.
These things happen.
Yeah, man. I'm
Don't
human,
worry
man. I can make
about
mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but anyways, Big Business is in the building. My brother's here. Happy birthday to that. We're coming right back. Look, right here. All right, we right back. Go ahead. Pick up right from what you were saying.
I don't know. I said a few things.
Just like I was saying,
yeah, you was talking about the family competition. Well, not really competition really like that, but being competitive natured because of the singing and everybody trying to pursue what they're trying to pursue. Go ahead, my brother.
Well, it just all depends. It all depends. This is the day Sunday. We're gonna keep it real.
Mm-hmm.
When when you talk about a person who came from nothing, I ain't gonna say nothing. You came from a beginning that was humbling, but at the same time, you were never taught business. It's one of those things that where I wouldn't call it greed, but when you get on a higher pedestal, sometimes you don't really better see the other ones. You want them to always stay number two. You have to think about it. Everybody wants to be number one. Nobody really wants to be knocked off. You know what I'm saying? So when you get that threat, that a person is maybe more talented than you are, and it just so happens to be a family member. Sometimes, it's almost like, you don't watch the movie where the kid is drowning, and kid reaching up, help, or somebody falling off the cliff, and that person kind of sort of like watch you fall. That's because they ain't trying to see you be there. They don't want to be number one or number two in the family. You know what I mean? Like I was saying with the Jacksons, you know, Michael Jackson was Michael Jackson, and the Jacksons were who they were. You knew all their names, but you know that the success level was never the level that Mike had. So how you think Mike kind of sort of felt when Janet got on? You know what I'm saying? How you think Brandy felt when Ray J finally broke and he wasn't no longer Ray J? He wasn't no longer Brandy's brother. He was Ray J.
No doubt.
He had to adjust to that. So, you know, yeah, it does exist.
So you got that track Bubblegum. It got in the hands of Jason Jeter, huh? T.I.'s partner.
Yeah. Right.
And that's what helped, you know, spawn it to take flight. Let's go from there. So that track took flight, and boom, your career began.
From now, you know, I found myself in Jason's living room. Next thing you know, I'm back in Atlanta. You know, conference meeting. I told him that, you know, I was gonna work hard. Everybody was gonna know my name, and that's what I set out to do. And from there, I began to work with Tip on the Paper Trail album, doing songs like "You Can Have Whatever You Like," and "Porn Star." Worked on the other one, "My Life's Your Entertainment," featuring Usher. That same year, I was able to score and do a record for Jeezy that featured a Trey song called "Taking It." From there, it really started to, you know, go up. You know, I was writing for everybody from B.O.B. to Missy Elliott to R. Kelly. You know, and the list goes on. 8-Ball, MJG, even the Backstreet Boys. So, you know, right then, you know, I started to be blessed and started to see some things, and that allowed me to be who I am today. It kind of shaped and molded me.
Word. Was he saying something?
No, I had to say that.
Ricco, can you hear us, brother?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Damn. We all right, though. We all right. So things took flight for you. You know what I mean? You kept it moving. I see you work with a lot of other people in the music industry, man. Why don't you tell them about some of the other people that you've worked with?
Like I said, you know, I was able to work with Jeezy, Missy Elliott, R. Kelly, Backstreet Boys.
See, some real ones. They don't know you established like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Man, so I was fortunate to work with a lot of people. List goes on. There's still more. So, you know, that's just up off the top of my head of me being able to, you know, work with.
What would you say was some of the ones that stuck out the most? One of your favorite ones that you might have worked with, you know? That's something that really that captivated you.
It would probably be either Missy Elliott.
Yeah,
you know,
Missy.
when she drove in, she had the neon blue Lambo. Just kind of had everybody, you know, like their mouth dropped, like, you know, is this really happening? You know, and it's crazy because I worked with her, and you know, she had a guy come over. I played lead, and you know, he was producing tracks, and he played some lead guitar on a couple of tracks. It's like, yo, this cat is fly, and you know, this is my first time meeting him, and I knew him personally, and he would later, you know, grow to be somebody. He was already somebody, but that somebody was Stevie J. So I was able to meet him before Love and Hip Hop.
Okay.
So, you know, he's a very talented brother. I would say another one would probably be I would say either Kelly Price or when I
Kelly Price. That's another soulful singing sister right there.
Yeah. I just did a record with her that's phenomenal. that's going on her project. And I would probably have to say E40 was like, I had a dope collab with E40 and Eric Sermon. So I think those are some times that I'll never forget.
EPMD, Eric and Parrish making
Yep.
dollars, but I was in like middle school. I love some EPMD, and then
Yeah.
E40. That's a Bay Area West Coast legend right there. You know,
Yep.
cool.
Yep.
That's a blessing with those collabos right there, bro.
Yeah.
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 And
Yeah.
then, don't you have a new project that you're pushing currently?
Yeah, new project. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? I like to say that it was kind of like a funny type. I came up with it as a funny type title because of what we started out the interview talking about, and that's like sibling competition and stuff like that, rivalries.
No doubt.
So it was funny because a lot of people be like, yo, that's Ricco Barrino. And that one person may know, and then the other people like Ricco, before they could really figure it out, they say that's Fantasia's brother. Oh, that's the dude that did. And then they start calling out all the records. So I said that I was gonna name the new EP Fantasia's brother, just to be funny.
Yeah. With that beeping. That's what's up. All right, so
Yeah.
we've got that track. You know what I mean? And I have my engineer right here, Serge. We're going to cue it up.
All right.
You got that?
Which joint?
Go ahead, tell him the title real quick, bro.
The first single that we led off with was called Baby. We chose it. It was a summer track. A lot of people was responding to it. Shout out to DJ Butterfingers over in Charlotte, North Carolina. I wanted to go with the Carolinas first for this. Normally, when we did California, it was Atlanta first, surprisingly, before we even went to the West Coast. Then, of course, New York, all the East Coast. But I chose to, come back home to the Carolinas. And the first person who noticed it and basically, he cursed me out. He was like, yo, how are the other DJs getting it? But again, that's, DJ Butterfingers who really co-signed the record. And that single is called Baby.
Yes, you got that ready to go,
I
Serge.
believe this is it.
Let's go ahead and rock
We're
that.
gonna run
bro.
this and then
right here on the
you already
Shizzle
know
Show.
what it is.
That Baby by the homie Ricco Barrino.
Sex in the Ferrari.
20, I know what you did, dude.
I got 20 on my feet.
Yeah. Real thick, little bitty waist, and some fitted jeans. Pretty skin, say she model for Maybelline. Go to school, be training at the gym. But at night she comes alive when that money flies. That's where I met her. Ooh, she smells so good. Ooh, hair wet like a swimming pool. I made her dance for me. Ran up a check, at least in bands. I had to nail her. I like her, she like me too. So I asked her, tell me, is you really down to ride for me? Can you be my baby? My baby, yeah. If I drip you down with what you want for sex, will you get nasty for me, maybe? Now tell me if you are my girl, would you be loyal to the end? If I took you home, would you bring 4 or 5 of your baddest friends? Would you make it thundercloud for all these years? Cause tonight I wanna make a movie, baby, yeah. Girl, it's just you and me. The type of girl I want, I'm the new that you need. VVS diamonds, I can put it in a ring. You can show it to your girlfriends, but be careful, you might freeze. $100,000 on the cocaine, why me? Just be careful how you get out of this brand new salute. I told that 20, I'ma fuck up the beat. Why these other rap, I made a meal just to tell me, is you really down to ride for me? Can you be my baby? My baby, yeah. If I drip you down with what you want for sex, will you get nasty for me, maybe? Now tell me if you are my girl, would you be loyal to the end? If I took you home, would you bring 4 or 5 of your baddest friends? Would you make it thundercloud for all these years? Cause tonight I wanna make a movie, baby, yeah. Girl, it's just you and me.
I got 20 on my feet.
mama, she be tripping. Wish I never fucked up. Now I'm on these pills, I'm fucked up. Ran up on a nigga who owed me and left him fucked up. So if you think that you gon' play me, boy, you got me fucked up. Yeah, you got me fucked up. Yeah, you got me fucked up. Yeah, you got me fucked up. 'Cause if you think that you gon' play me, boy, you got me fucked up. Yeah, you got me fucked up. I ain't slept in a week. Yeah, I'm all in the streets. Yeah, I just wanna stash some bags on the nana house in black plastic bags. Did it all by myself. None of you niggas was there. I struggled to get to the well. You niggas wouldn't give me no help. Damn, when you had it, you ain't shell. Honestly, fuck all of y'all. Really, nigga, I don't care. And I'ma get it by myself. And I'ma spend it on myself. For what you talking about, nigga, you better play it cool. Yeah. 'Cause you don't wanna see this side of me. So if it's fuck me, then you know it's fuck you. Yeah. Got some shooters, you know they gon' ride for me. I was down on my luck. Ain't nobody help me up. Now I don't give a fuck. Ooh. I wanna like this lavish, but I'm fucked up. My people turn it back on me. Man, it's fucked up. And when that nigga killed a FA, that left me fucked up. Baby mama, she be tripping. Wish I never fucked up. Now I'm on these pills, I'm fucked up. Ran up on a nigga who owed me and left him fucked up. So if you think that you gon' play me, boy, you got me fucked up. Yeah, you got me fucked up. Yeah, you got me fucked up. Yeah, you got me fucked up. 'Cause if you think that you gon' play me, boy, you got me fucked up. Yeah, you got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. Bitch, you got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. That I'm fucked up. You don't try to play me. You get fucked up. Please don't try to play me. You get fucked up. Please don't try to play me.
Yeah. Hey, man, we just went ahead and played the two joints that we had. Yo, the first one was rocking and the second one was rocking, man. You got me effed up. Tell them out here. Yo, that was rocking right there, Ricco. That's some good little sounds right there, bro.
I appreciate it, man. I really do.
Without a doubt, brother. Without a doubt, man. That was rocking. For real, for real. So, man, what do the people have to look forward to Ricco Barrino, man? What can they stay tuned to checking out, bro?
You know what I'm saying? Just more ratchet Ricco, two sides. I mean, got a lot of things coming up. Gonna do a lot of band stuff. So it's for that organic side, as well as producing for everybody, some of the best in the game. So, you know what I'm saying? Right now, you know, all I can do is tell you to just strap your seatbelt on. We're going to go for a ride.
Yeah, brother. Yeah. Definitely appreciate having you here with us. Why don't you let the people know how they can check you out over the social media, as well as where they can get you out, check you out visually.
Make it real simple. Ricco Barrino, RICCO BARRINO. Again, that's RICCO BARRINO at all social media.
No doubt. Ricco, man, you got any shout-outs? Anything you want to tell the people before we go ahead and wrap things up? You know what I mean?
Hey, man, just, let everybody know that I appreciate, everybody for listening to my music, tuning in. Shout out to, the people who've been helping me. Frida Henley, a lot of people who been stuck by my side, going, through the ups and downs. And, y'all just stay tuned. We got more to come.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Once again, we appreciate having you here on the Shizzle Show with us, brother.
What's up?
No doubt. Enjoy your Sunday afternoon, man.
You too, man.
Yeah, appreciate you. Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. You want to throw in a little mix for him real quick, man? All right, man, it's filling in. The building's filling in right there, man. Appreciate the homie Ricco Barrino getting at us from North Carolina over there. We got Big Business in the building. Him and Shai Ortiz, they over there politicking right now. They chopping it up, you know what I mean? Happy birthday to my man right there, too. You know what I'm saying? He's coming in to hold down the co-pilot duties with me. You on, bro?
Okay. I'm sorry. I was.
You and Shai over there, y'all was chopping it up. It's cool. Y'all get y'all build on.
I'm excited about
the Shizzle show's about, you know?
Yeah, she has
networking.
Yeah, you have to. And then people who have a lot to offer. You know what I'm saying? As far as their experiences.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm just like,
everybody has different experiences.
No doubt.
Collaboration, is key.
Word.
It really is.
Like-minded individuals in the jungle.
Yeah. So we're going to get into like a little baby mix. I think not a full mix, but a little baby one, you know what I mean? And then we're going to chop it up with Miss Shai Ortiz.
That's right.
That's what it do. It's right here. It's the Shizzle Show.
See you
Ohio
guys
Radio,
tonight.
Tampa Bay. Yeah.
See, sometimes you got to fasten back. See, this started, y'all know where it came from. I'm saying we're going to take y'all back to the source, through knowledge. Yo.
When the MCs came to live out their names and to perform, some had to snort coke to act insane. With the 4 heat rocking on down on the mental plane. The spark the brain with the building to be born. Yo, rinse up with the track with the what you got. Sick of it, with the snake get flipped and Mike fights. I swing swords and cut clowns. If it's too swift to bite, you record and write it down. I flow like the blood on a murder scene, like a syringe on some wild out to insert a vein. But it was yo walk the shop, stolen art, catch a swollen heart from not rolling smart. I put bad pressure on phony whack rhymes and get hurt. Play like zodiac signs and sweatshirt. That's minimum and feminine like sandals. My minimum table stacks the verse on a gamble. Energy is felt once the chords are dealt with the impact of roundhouse kicks from black belts that attack. Them white bones like cyclones or typhoons. I represent from midnight to high noon. I don't waste ink. I think I drop megaton bombs more faster than you blink. Cause rhyme thoughts travel at a tremendous speed through clouds of smoke of natural blends of weed. Only under one circumstance, as if I'm blunted, turn that up, my clan in the front wanted. Now when the MCs came to live out the name and to perform, some had to snort coke to act insane. For he rockin' on down on with the mental plane, just to spark the brain with the building to be born. Yo, the RZA flip the track with the what?
Baby's crying, Bubba's dying, and Bubba's getting knocked deep on the block, and you got me locked down in this cold world.
It was the night before New Year's, and all through the projects, not a handgun was silent, not even a tech. Outsiders were stuck by enemies who put fear and blasted on the spot before the pigs were dead. You know, hoods robbing, snipers new in sight. Blue and white, they escaped before them flashed the lights. Gunshots shatter first floor window panes. Shells hit the ground and blood stained the dice game. Whether broke calisthenic, any style you said it, be toothless, physically cut up like gooses. But with iron on the side, thugs took no excuses. Therefore, your 52 hand blocks is useless. Links were snatched off necks, scars on throats. Jackets took after bullet rips through coats against those who felt the cold from the steel, made them fold and squeal. Once the metal hit the temple of his grill, construction worker who was caught for his bomber. No time to swing the hammer that was hanging from his farmers. In his bug, how some niggas catch slugs and pockets dug from everything except check stubs. And it does sound ill like wars in Brownsville or fatal robberies in Red Hook where feds look for fugitives to shoot cops. Playing on rooftops for his cream he stashed in a shoebox. But he was hot and the strip was filled with young killers you don't suspect. So cops creep like caterpillars and born thieves. They hooded with extra bullets. Those who try to flee, they hit the vertebrae. Increase the murder rate. Similar to hitmen who pull out texts and then drop those crack like tacos from Mexican. Rapping like recipients casting checks again. Back to the motherfucking spot on Lexington.
Baby's crying, Bubba's dying, and Bubba's getting knocked deep on the block, and you got me locked down in this cold world. We be running from the cops, busting up shots deep on the block, and you got me locked down in this cold world.
All I need is a beat with a continuous loop, and the live
high vibe that'll hypnotize like the flute, along with something that's rugged by nature like the forest. Composed like a symphony without a chorus. A place with the path and trail that you follow. With the wood where you drive your nails with too hollow. Far from reality with a slim chance of getting back. Even if you narrowly escape the hidden traps. Nothing but the driven raps written in my notebook. Inspired by the cat in the gown that's on a coat hook. Prepare for the chemical rush. Something new to cause your heart to race, but it's tangible touch. Associate with those who are consumed with beats. Produce fire until they melt the room with heat. You know my ink lay all over the sheets. Letters gather around and form words every time they meet. Allah be your born, see divine equality. Father, then after that is the G-O-D. Hear her, I Islam, then justice. King of kingdom, love, hella right, we still exist. Master, now in sight for power the queen. Ruler, self-save, truth is square the same. Universe, victory, wisdom, unknown. Why zigzag, zig, and now we're back home. Picture bloodbaths and elevator shafts like these murderous rhymes typed from genuine craft. Check the print, swear veterans, spark the lettering. Slow moving MCs is waiting for the editing. The liquid soluble that made up the chemistry, a gaseous element that burned down your ministry. Herbal vapors and biblical paper smoking exodus. Every square yard is plush. The screw face photo sessions, facial expression leaves impression. Try to keep it sharp, yes. Give praise and shout some, here's the outcome. Cut across the semi-gloss rhymes you floss. It's outdated, just like neck loads of sterling. Suede fronts, bell bottoms, and tricolor shirlings. I ain't particular, I bang like vehicular homicides on July 4th in Bed-Stuy. But money don't grow on trees, and there's Steve and MCs who cut throat to rake leaves. They can't breathe, blood splash, rushing fast like running rivers. I be that whiskey in your liver. It's the 52 baby strikes. Who be first to catch this beat down? My rap pages be the source. Eagle trip with many victories and no loss. Rap sheets show you details of wars and streets. We're the most live, catch vibe and blaze heat. Double XL kings who rush through, got right on. Quick to stretch it, sound crew, they get a mic on. Math, let the plate spin. Consecutive hits, promoters face grin. The dorm catch fits, keep the paper direct wire. CMJ retire, unlike the story that echoes out with chronic liars. Like those who feast on hog, eat murder dogs. A village voice kid with his heart and soul clawed. Killer bees produce the honey that fortify the platinum. Plus, the DJ claws fiend that scratched them. Thus, street team takes shots of criticism. Promotional vehicles whipping with mad rhythm. With the lockout of one of our source sports, we spiced the stand, launched the stage on the ball court. During the first half, #1 draft, rap lord, swing sword, slam microphone, shatter billboards, 4080 sight. After inhaling the vision impaired, when the silhouette emerged, one nut out the clan, get your whole clique banned from radio. PD's cut your raps, man, forcing me to move on from one world to another. On the go from the fuel jet to hover, take cover with the radical urban Latino. No hip hop connection with us and Janet Reno. I do an interview and they aim to trace my essence to no more than is necessary. Blunt's your weapon. My group's Nova, remain unsober and serve high times with King Cobras. I show ya low post MCs, your whole style's a feast. Second to get your word up, then the truth's unleashed. Creative loafing to the grand opening with my ray gun scoping. You're hoping uniforms be fridge when they walk the black beat in the heat of razors exposing fresh meat. In bedrock and gambling, Rolling Stone out of zone where they can't monitor my zap phone. Collide with the tiger beat, rapping raga, ebony eyes, folks see the saga. This is not a test, it's difficulties. Picture closely, the ignorant mostly. Blind, deaf, dumb, your mind left numb. Lost soul, who failed to hear the roll of the drum. In the bottom of your bomb shelter, still felt the heavy blast that blew off the mass of 12 welders. The math of an elder. Pray Praise the Lord, thank you, genius. Operation Project English. Commander Chief of Flight Staff. Check the aircraft, glide like the Frisbee. Digi or Disney. To check fault in oneself with real loveliness. You break the mirror that remind you of your ugliness. So when I bust, no one is in touch. Some returning with the mic clutch. Like such, who plan but never execute. He had the heat in his hand, but yo, he didn't shoot. Therefore, your mechanism of material better be sickly, or let your lead spread incredibly quickly. I move bravely, traveling on a horse on a battlefield, surrounded by the loss of those who plotted with the brains of animals. My high molecular structure, the intangible, the name ring a bell. Killable, 2-syllable. The who is coming through, the outcome is critical. To be blunt, the beat was cooked up like goods. The rhyme first came to me in the oak woods. Up to no good, rap icon, milk the industry like the Wall Street junk bond. You see the white stone, I got your height zone. Direct currents that move through the microphone. Key contributor, well-known major factor. Rhyme distributor, the drive of a tractor who run you down if you don't move but wanna linger. Linger, 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 linger. Ringa, 1-9, clear the line, can you read me? Shortage on rhymes, MCs should expect the worst, but stay alert and shoot first. Ringa, 1-9, clear the line, can you read me? Shortage on rhymes, MCs should expect the worst, but stay alert and shoot first.
I came here tonight to play chess. Nobody ever mentioned anything about a sword fight.
Niggas on the left, rag the left, hoods on the right, wild for the night, punks in the back, come on in the track to what? Land in the front, let your feet stomp. Niggas on the left, arrow to death, hoods on the right, wild for the night, punks in the back, come on in the track to the who is coming through, the outcome is critical. Hugging with my style, sorta like a miracle on 34th Street. In the square of Herald, I gained Ella. The image quarter fits like Gerald. Dean Ferraro, who's full of sorrow, cause the hope didn't win. But the sun will still come out tomorrow and shine, shine, shine like 09. Here comes the drunk monk with a quarter Valentine. Pass the bone, kid, pass the bone. Let's get on this mission like Indiana Jones. The Jizza, one who just represent the Wu-Tang clique with the game and soul of an old school flick like the Mac and Dolomite, who both did bids. Claudine went to Cooley-Eye and had mad kids, so stop. The life you say, maybe your mother own. I'll hang your ass with this microphone. Make way for the merging traffic. Wu-Tang's coming through with full metal jackets. Guard squad that's mad hard to serve. Confronting hard, then burn hard gets what he deserved. Playing in the front, let your feet stomp. Singing on the left, rag the left. Woods on the right, wild for the night. Punks in the back, come on in the track to whoop the response while I bomb that ass. You ain't issue, your whack ass town had your gas. Egos or something the Wu-Tang crush. Souped up again on the stage get rushed. I don't give a goddamn on the shows you did. How many rhymes you got, but who knows you, kid? Cause I don't know you, therefore show me what you know. I come sharp as a blade and I cut you slow. You become so pat as my style increases. What's that in your pants? Human thesis. Either shit or drawers in a hamper. Next time come strapped with a open pamper. How you sound, B? You better off a quitter. I'm on the mound, G, and it's a no-hitter. And my DJ, the catcher, he's my man. In the way, he's the one who devised the plan. He throws the signs and hook up the beat for clout. I throw the rhymes through the mic and I strike them out. So it really doesn't matter on how you intrigue. You can't off with those in the major league.
Sing slang kicker with no parental sticker, advising y'all that wise words is much slicker. Under circumstances, label advances, ample opportunity, infinite chances to rhyme. So unrelated beef I don't stress. I see many killed for infinitely less. Your raps be the clips that's packed with lies. Cowardlessly you shoot up those innocent lies. Extra long verses, 100 bars to length. The percentage of the truth in the rhyme was 1/10. A solid mass of minerals easily broke down. Hard rock MCs, you're nothing but compound. Sparked by the endless greed of CEOs in the videos with those questionable flows. Take it 26, cut it down to 4 bars, make it a hook. If it's not on the song, it's in the book.
Knock, knock. Who the is banging at my door? Is it abstract, commercial, or hardcore? Better know who the they looking for, cause they don't want more. Yo, knock, knock. Who the is banging at my door? Is it abstract, commercial, or hardcore? Better know who the they looking for. They don't want more.
The cream of the crop, we run circles that remain remain symmetrical with lightning victories. It's highly electrical. My microphone is just too hot to handle. Plus, I don't fill your ears with the bitters of scandals. I gift wrap the sword off the DJ, pump it. March to the sounds of Armstrong trumpet. Great things satisfy great minds. You want me to paint scenes, describe it in 8 lines. Check it. Conceptual breakthrough, incomprehensible rap to make you convinced it's invincible. Least of my words powerful, hazardous. The most dedicated research to gather this. Info, tempo is gathering momentum. 1,000 rounds of ammo, wondering who spent them. Apply science to vocals we flying through. Victorious always because I am hope. Knock, knock. Who the is banging at my door? Is it abstract, commercial, or hardcore? Better know who the they looking for, cause they don't want more. Yo, knock, knock. Who the is banging at my door? Is it abstract, commercial, or hardcore? Better know who the they looking for. They don't want more. Run on the track like Jesse Owens. Broke the record flowing without any knowing that my wordplay won the 400-meter relay. It's on once I grab the baton from the DJ. An athlete with his iron cleat in the ground. Wireless, who sprint off the gun sound. The best time yet, still 7.0. Swift flow made the cameraman clothes blow.
As high as Wu-Tang get, allow us pop this ish, just like black shoe fit. If you can wear it, well don't fuck with it.
Yo, too many songs, weak rhymes, it's mad long. Make it brief, son, half short and twice strong. No doubt you took time searching. Eventually, it was prime urgent for you to examine the rhyme merchant. Lace MCs with styles when they rhyme drunk on a label hunt until 20,000 out the trunk. 8 diagrams, sword swinging on my tank force. RZA throwing the disc, but then changed the bank source. It can't flow. Must be the speech impediment. You got lost off the snare, off impeached the president. Whether in Amsterdam, smoking 7 grams of green, then you pack 1,000 white teens in tight jeans. This witty, unpredictable shots critical to analytical analogy. Insurance policies, why? He said he know that sound and then find a note. Couldn't recognize, blast him up behind the ropes. Too many dope niggas I see starving. Catch a single deal, a possible plea bargain. Who slain regardless to whom or what. 5 mics, 5 nights, hanging from the balcony, dropping 25 flights. A fugitive bass playing rap czar, smoked the cigars, Prince on the strings of his guitar.
As high as Wu-Tang get, allow us pop this shit, just like black shoe fit. If you can wear it, well don't fuck it.
Throwback Fanatic.
Yeah. And we back. Yeah, and we back. It's the Shizzle Show. Yeah. It's the Shizzle Show. Yeah, now I'm feeling real good. A little better than I was. Yeah.
How we do?
And we chillin'. Abel and Willing, and we all gonna make $1 million. No 2. Cool. I'm done with that. You know what I mean? Just having a little fun right here in the Shizzle Show. I'm feeling good, you know. Got my man Big Business in the building with me, helping me co-pilot.
Yes, sir.
Situation today. First of all, I want to say happy birthday to my big bro. You know what I'm saying? My big
appreciate
NBA size bro.
I really appreciate that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I appreciate that. You know, just low-keyed it this year.
That's what I'm doing.
Getting that perspective. You know what I mean? Sometimes people... We got to live like an ocean sometimes. We get obsessed with the highs and don't like the lows. But it's the lows that make the highs that, you know.
And you know what, though? You can
valuable.
Sit and think during the lows. You might not necessarily call them lows because you need peace. And for me, peace, positive energy activates constant elevation.
Absolutely.
So I can sit here and think when I'm sitting there peacefully. So maybe a brother wanted to be peaceful on his birthday and just sit there.
I needed some peace
and enjoy his day.
And I needed to be surrounded by love. Because, I mean, when you're doing things and when you're trying to move forward, I'll take it as science. You know, there's a lot of resistance when you're trying to fly. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to overcome gravity. You're trying to overcome, you know, momentum that's trying to, you know, put you in different directions. Sometimes you just got to, you know, sit back and figure out that formula, you know. So I'll say, you know, I sat back and say, you know what, I'm blessed, I'm alive, you know, I'm connected to some great people like yourself, real people.
Appreciate you, bro. I appreciate that.
You know, you just have to. It's kind of like I think of that Dorian. I was just having a conversation about, you know, how people don't really realize how blessed they are until tragedy, you know, strikes, and then they have to reassess. Am I really going, you know, for what's my purpose? Am I really, you know, in that hurricane, it was funny because it slowed down. And when it slowed down, it was like I said, a lot of people were packing up stuff and buying a lot of water. I said, you know what? I'm not doing all of that, because when things slow down, that means it's going to change direction. I say in life, when things slow down, something's going to change. You know, it happens in nature. A lot of times in nature, art imitates life, life imitates nature, because nature came before we came.
Absolutely.
True.
You know, so I'm looking at this thing and people going crazy, and I'm just like, you know what? You know, peace be still. Sometimes there's a reason why people say peace be still, because in order to have peace, you have to stay still.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I stayed still.
I like that. I stayed still too.
Yeah, is that what you did, Shay?
I did. I stayed still too. Honestly, we were just talking about hurricanes before we got on, and yeah, I mean, I think I agree with you 100%. You know, it is all Mother Nature too, and that's a beautiful thing. And I can't lie, I like the howl of a Category 2. Yeah, that sounds beautiful.
I like the howl of a Category 2.
Yep, I like the howl.
A lot of people, to chime in,
it sounds different.
Don't know how I knew her a couple of years ago when the hurricane hit Puerto Rico, and she was one of the first people to organize. Just how many was it? Like just planes, semis of just stuff to send over.
I feel like we've got just hundreds and hundreds and thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of pounds of freight. We filled up 2, you know, air hangers
like
multiple times
jumbo
over.
Jets. Like that's crazy.
Jumbo jets.
And you got that together, Shay. You organized that for Puerto Rico.
Yeah, she was the first person on it.
Yo, they took it real serious.
On it in Tampa, and I really did jump on it. I did take it very seriously. I actually shut down both of my stores and opened them up as, you know, drop-off centers immediately. I jumped right into play because it does take people saying, you know what? No, we got to make change. We got to do something. It does take action. I was lucky I was raised by a real good man that he always taught me to take action. He was always like, Shai, it's ready, aim, fire. It's not ready, aim, aim, fire, fire. Like, which is actually what I felt like at the time the United States was doing. We were talking about dumb things like Kaepernick and people taking a kneel on the field when we had Puerto Ricans passing away in Puerto Rico, and it broke my heart. Because my father's in the military, one of the largest serving military populations in the U.S. So that means that it wasn't a bunch of terrible people, you know, passing away. It was a bunch of the people who would go and save your family's life, who served. Yeah.
How do you coordinate something like that? Because I mean, from the outside looking in, I think a lot of people really don't understand. You speak of, you know, you said millions of pounds of thousands of pounds of freight. How do you coordinate something like that? Because I think a lot of people are overwhelmed with the idea of insignificance.
Yeah.
Like, I can't really help because I'm this far away.
Right. Or they think they can't do it.
Well,
and she pulled the resources together and made it happen.
It comes down to collaboration. There is, you know what, I think, and actually that's something that I got humbled from during that experience, because it taught me that it is okay to ask for help. Too often we look at each other and we don't ask, you know, and it's there, that question that, hey, can you help me? I need your help.
Right.
You know, that, like, if I ask
I'm scarred. Can you help me a little, Tate?
You know what? And we don't do it enough because we're taught to
pride and ego.
You better believe it. But also too, we're made to feel insecure, that we're weak or shamed. Exactly. You know, to ask for help. And God even tells you gotta ask for help. You know, we're here with each other.
There's books about that.
There's so many, and
you can't be too cool.
You know what? And my father didn't raise me with a bunch of pride, so you know, I for the first time in my life, I humbled myself and I asked everybody. I called every major news station and said, I need your help. I need to do something about this. I need your help. I called every business that we ever worked with, said, I need your help. You know, this is what I'm trying to do.
So that's what you did. You got
I
on the
absolutely humbled myself and called everybody I knew. Some of them I called crying because you know what? It meant that much to me. And I wanted them to fully understand that. And I think too often we don't put ourselves out there and make ourselves vulnerable enough for people to understand the need. And then we ignore it. You know, so instead of ignoring my own feelings, you know, and stuff like that, we become desensitized, you know, and it's unfortunate, you know, it really is. So I appreciate you bringing that up because
no
people that came to, there was over 5,000 plus volunteers that came
she had
through.
lines around the block of people.
I mean, we were shutting
off.
down traffic.
You spoke about collaboration, so
that's collaboration. That is people coming together for one main cause, which is to help each other. And that is, I mean, that's the best thing you can do is help your neighbor.
Right.
You know, that's what we should be doing. Yeah. We don't do it often enough. I'm honestly, if it's during the day and I see your car on the side of the road, I got jumper cables for you. Don't worry. You know, I'm coming. I think that we don't do that often enough. And I think that when we start doing that more often to each other, oh, boy, this world is going to change. I tell you. And I was very humbled by all that. I really was. Those thousands of pounds of freight. Where did they come from?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
you
where am I going to put this?
Oh, my God. I did. I got on social media. We went viral. I started asking everybody, hey, I need help. I need extra hands. Come help me. Throw some hands at me.
But you know what? I want to tie that into because the network that you're connected to and that you help co-create, because I think we all have our own footprint based upon the experiences that we have and who we connect to one another.
Yeah, man.
That's part of your legacy and your story, and the ability, obviously you remembers that, the ability to do that is because you're consistent. I don't think that if I had, you know, an emergency, that I say, okay, well, I can make that phone call to where this many people will respond in the manner that they respond because you're that passionate about what you're speaking about.
Well, I've always been involved with the charity side of stuff. Actually, you brought up J-Rock and I brought up Italo. They were one of the first people to run #lunchbag with me here in Tampa, you know, until we actually got, we had some issues.
#lunchbag.
Yep. Pretty much.
Awesome.
I think we want to know a little bit about the #lunch. That sounds
like people eating
real good.
Yeah. You know what? Every Thanksgiving, up until about a year or so ago, because unfortunately in the U.S. to be a nice person or to feed others that are hungry, you have to be like a 501c3.
No,
a
charitable organization,
which is crazy because I'm pretty sure God would share His meal with me without a piece of paper.
Exactly.
Just saying,
no doubt.
Lawsuit heavy world,
no doubt.
It's just crazy to me. But you know, they it's just like, you know, we would get together lunches. What it was a sandwich, a fruit, a chip. You know, bottle of water, all goes into a lunch bag. Lunch bag has a heart on it, #, and inside of the bag are handwritten Post-it notes that say things like, "Hey, you're not alone." You know, enjoy this meal. You know, I'm thinking of you. Somebody remembers you today. Like, just awesome. To remind people. And I have some really great content and video footage. You know, we flew a drone through Asia, the nightclub, because they would open it up to let us do all the meals. We did the mannequin challenge there for one of them. And, you know, we just had so much fun with the volunteers and the people that would come out. And I think it's kind of sad that we don't do it anymore. It really is. Because I think that everybody that would come to it, like J-Rock, all those guys, like they understood the value of it, and we were able to create the content for it and push out the message. So it makes me sad that message can't be put out because we have such a huge reach.
But you know,
what can we do?
But don't be sad about that because it's the seeds. Like there's people right now. Like I didn't know this extent. You don't know the extent of the people that you touch.
No doubt.
You don't know the extent. So you're planting the seeds for the
future.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's bringing new life to different situations. Like listening to what you're saying, because I know personally I'm planning an event that I haven't announced in November because one of my projects is related to 2 causes.
Okay.
Mental health awareness.
I love that.
And substance abuse. Mm-hmm. And people think, okay, substance abuse is X. No, substance abuse can be food addiction.
Yeah.
It could be narcotics. It could be illegal substances.
Yeah.
People do things to cope because they feel that people don't care.
Exactly.
Therefore, things consistently need to be going on that kind of feed your soul.
Yeah.
So that is part of the title. It's food for the soul.
I love
so,
that.
Yeah, I already got the book venue, but you know, there's going to have, you know, we're raising food for an organization that serves the people who are, you know, addicted to XYZ. So when I hear you speak, it's just like it's confirmation that the direction you're going, there's people who've done it. There's people who've done it way higher than what you're planning to do
absolutely.
it, and you're in the building with them. Yeah. So there's somebody probably who's viewing this like, you know what? Because that time period, you know, suicide goes up 2-3 times.
Absolutely. You know,
So-
I mean, food to me, food is huge. Food for the soul is important. But
Right.
you know, I grew up. My dad was a Marine. We grew up in a middle class family, but we still grew up on WIC and things like that. It's like, how does a Marine Corps family with 3 kids in the United States, somebody's willing to lay his ultimate life down, have a food dependency issue or a food scarcity issue in the
Absolutely.
house? So, you know, I take those things very personal. I appreciate you saying that. I do.
yeah.
You know, I hope that it inspires. I hope actually everything or anything that I try to do inspires or helps somebody see another way forward.
It's making
you
a
know?
difference, but I mean, it really is. Go ahead.
You
Shizzle.
did say what you was doing. You're no longer doing it.
No, we're not. Actually,
So-
a lot of us have separated, and that's why we moved on to other things that we do. I moved on to my pet charity company, which I'm very passionate about. That's purepaws.co. And, you know, we have a belief system there and a movement called Paw It Forward, and we call that PIF. So anybody PIF, if you hear that, that's what that is, Paw It Forward.
Okay.
And pretty much anything on that e-commerce site goes towards an organization that we're supporting and, you know, supports them in some way, shape, or form. So I've kind of taken that way and gone more business with it to make a different kind of impact. Essentially, it's a micro charity influencing website. So if people jump on it, buy from it, they can essentially change how money is spent in the U.S. on pet goods and where it goes to, so it can go to a better cause.
What is the site?
Purepaws.co. Yep.
Purepaws.co.
Yeah. So, for instance, if you knew that changing your spending habits when you buy pet stuff online would impact a pet positively or animal welfare positively, would you make that change? You would, if it was same price as Petco, same price as, you know, PetSmart, whatever it is, would you make that change? Yeah, you would buy from that website knowing that a portion of your purchase goes towards a charity that you like. So, for instance, this website supports all animal welfare charities. And that's kind of the direction I've taken, more the business end, which is what I know, because I don't know 50C3s. When we had Puerto Rico, I got a lot of pushback because I wasn't a 50C3. And I refused to become one because I truly believe that in order to be a good person, you do not need to be a business.
You shouldn't have to require paperwork
No.
to do something
Yeah,
right.
to do something charitable.
But you know why that
right?
is. The same reason that you have to
Control.
have a visa to go
It's all
to
about control.
a different country.
Yeah.
I'm a world citizen. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, why do I need to have this official
The
stamp to
that
go to
says-
the...
Yeah, it,
Yeah.
it blows my mind, the
Division.
separation. Yeah,
It's
like
division.
all these invisible lines. I'm like, I mean, I'm pretty sure we're all floating in space on the same blue dot, you know.
Basically.
And you know,
But there's profit in division.
there's huge profit in division. There's huge profit in segregation. That's why I always tell people I'm very colorblind. I come from Puerto Rico. We're very colorful people. So, you know, all different types, and there's a big business behind that.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you're doing something with mental health.
Oh yeah!
Oh, my gosh.
It's so
You know?
huge that it's been something that's been ignored, and I hate to say it in a controversial way.
Yeah,
Mental
it
health
has.
should be brought to a forefront these days.
It is. It should be top of health talks.
Hell yeah.
There-
What's wrong with you? Everything.
Y'all waste your
Yeah.
money. Y'all need to get your mind right.
There-
Go ahead,
and,
though,
and a lot of it's stemming from these incidents that we're seeing, not in just schools, but in movie theaters,
Yeah.
Walmarts, and it's not isolated incidents. It's connected to a larger problem, and the larger problem is people don't feel that they matter, and they don't get help.
No, they don't.
If I don't get help and it's a problem, it's just like a car. You know what I'm saying? If I'm driving in the car, okay, I need an oil change. Okay, cool. Let's keep riding. All right, cool. The tire's messed up. So I'm gonna just patch it, but I'm not gonna get a replacement tire because it costs too much money.
Yeah.
The universal health care with
Yep.
Obama, all of that type of stuff, trying to address those issues. Most people from a different country, they're trying to come for a reason. We assume they're coming for a reason, and we don't know. They may be coming, I need asylum because this is happening. My mom was killed.
Yeah.
That's a mental health issue. You're having nightmares about staying here.
PTSD.
Yeah, but I'm gonna make you stay. I'm gonna make you be in this concentration camp type environment, and then once they get to a place to where it's like, okay, I can feel comfortable, and you take that away, you got to go back. What do you think they're gonna do?
It's aggression at its best.
What do you think? I'm just gonna be sane? No. I mean, I'm gonna have a violent reaction and hurt someone else or hurt myself, or both. Most people who do that, shooting they shoot themselves.
Yeah, they
It's
do.
not they just shoot everybody else and just say,
Yeah.
take me to jail.
Yeah.
They kill themselves because they're living in a personal pit of hell.
Yeah, they are, absolutely. I believe that 100%. I'm a registered gun owner. I'm a huge enthusiast for for shooting. I'm an excellent marksman, A2 all day. You know, that's how you prevent tyranny in your government. But our mental health crisis in this country has brought one of my favorite hobbies to its knees. And once you take that away, then we got rocks, then we got knives. Cain killed his brother Abel with a rock. You know why? Because it is a heart problem. It's a mental problem. It is not about ourselves. You know, I have a whole safe full of weapons. I don't want to hurt nobody. You know why? Because I'm good. And everybody should always feel good or have a way to feel better or have an outlet to feel better. And we don't have enough outlets to feel better. What are you going to go? You have a horrible day. You go to Instagram, like, oh, there's another buddy on their highlight reel. There's somebody else's life that's great. It's just like we don't give people enough outlet to know that everybody is on that same playing field. I have bad days, you know, but I don't make them my worst. You know, I have bad days, but I don't make them my worst. Yeah. You know, and everybody's entitled to a bad day, you know. Maybe, you know, who knows?
Hell yeah, I have them too. You know what I mean? You got to keep it moving.
Right?
We all do, but I think, and I'll take it to like male versus female. Women live longer because they figured it out. You see that group of like 3 like Golden Girls. See, people don't understand. Like, that's a real thing. Like 80-year-old women who live together because their husbands died, because they're living for the connectivity that they have to the human experience with them
What
together.
You saying, help each other keep it moving.
They help each other.
Keeping those hips slim.
They go through the highs and the lows. I mean, men go through things, and it's we handle it and we articulate it differently.
Yes,
because our hominess helps each other keep it moving. Though
it helps
you know
us.
What I mean?
But you know,
we talk things out with a testosterone type of flavor. You know, we gotta have each other to bounce each. You know
what I'll say is this: I think that it's easier for a man to communicate through song than it is to communicate with his woman.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I can talk to this mic all day.
Yeah, you know,
Jay-Z made the song cry, but when he's arguing with Beyonce, I don't really think he's going to cry in front of her.
No. He's like, just listen to this track. Please understand me.
Well, he already told you I'm going to let the song cry.
Track number 3.
He told us he was going to let the song
I feel like track number 3 today.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like track 3. You know
track 3, man.
You already told us the song.
He loves me.
And if you don't get me, flip it to track 8, please.
We already let you, Jay, let us know.
But I mean, think of
song gonna let you know.
He had to let her lemonade. Really? Okay, so I'm gonna let it go. But I mean, what women discuss, they feel,
we talk.
Allow themselves to be vulnerable enough to really be connected to the universe in a way that most men.
It's a little different pumping estrogen than it is pumping testosterone, bro.
I can appreciate it though because I know I couldn't do what she does.
Too, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I was raised with my dad was a single parent. I got all boys in my family. And you know what? I really think it still comes down to just how your family communicates. Because, like, I tell you what, my dad be like, what's wrong? He would read it right. We could have had the whatever day, good day, bad day. He could just immediately, you know. But he was a very aware parent, you know. And I think that a lot of that does stem from him because, you know, I feel very confident often, but not cocky. I feel confident. I know what I'm doing, where I'm going, how to present myself, who I am. But it's because my dad gave me those traits, and I think it goes back to the same thing for mental health. I talk about my feelings. I talk about who I am, what's going on today. Have I had a good day? Have I had a bad day? Because I feel like I can talk about it, though. You know, and some people really don't. And I think that is very, for men, absolutely, you know, 100%. Because my brothers, they're both very good men, and they're very in tune with a lot of other people. And I feel like it's because my father allowed them to be more open men.
You seem very empath type, really.
Yeah. You know.
She seems like Shai. It's Shai.
It's Shai. Yep.
Shai. She seemed like she hung around some dudes.
I chill out with dudes all the time. You know what I mean? I got lots of guys.
That can really help us out because you have a little understanding of how we get down.
I do. I got a lot of. You know what?
You can appreciate that, huh, bro?
Yeah. I got a lot of guys.
Y'all argue? Do you argue or do you? Yeah. Well, I
what
guess
couple doesn't argue?
You know what my mom said?
I argue with my best friend.
It was very difficult for me to hear it from my mom.
You can talk the shit out, or if it's just arguing, it's just blowout shit. You don't want to be around each other.
I think the biggest thing with couples arguing is that they have to remember that when they're talking to each other, they're on the same team. And when they're talking to each other, that is, and then
so
like, so when you're
we can have disagreement, but let's be respectful of each other.
No, just like when you're talking to your significant other, you should be telling them things to help them get better.
You say some crazy
like
shit.
Like nothing you should be saying should be negative. It should all be helping them get better. Like, hey, today I thought you could have done this, this, and this. I noticed this. You know, don't get defensive at your significant other for that. Don't get mad. You guys are working on each other to help make each other better.
That constructive criticism a little bit.
Yeah,
there.
that constructive. Hey, I'm a big Dale Carnegie fan. Like, don't criticize, don't condemn. You know.
Yeah, you ain't here to judge. That's his.
Exactly.
Are you able to? Because
we go to church on Sunday. We work it out. You know.
And a lot of times people are intimidated by how you present yourself. Like I can tell you right now, by how you present yourself right now, people are listening. Like, damn, I need to get my stuff together because you don't seem like you have limitations being put on you. A lot of times people want to call themselves, I'm not going to say any names, but I'm just going to say part of today's experiences, I heard limitations being imposed on their mindset. Therefore they wanted to project that.
Right.
When I hear you, it's just like sky's the limit, but like for real, like sky's the limit. Like what do you find that kind of sometimes weighs you down with where you're trying to take it?
You know what? I have an autoimmune disease that really messes my days up sometimes, and that is one
physical ailment.
Yeah, that is and it is painful to be me some days. So painful that everything is swollen. There's no movement, possible paralyzation, tremors, lots of things that I keep to myself. Because not everybody's entitled to your privacy.
Absolutely.
And a private life, my dad always said, is a happier life, in lots of ways. Because, and it's not because people, you don't want to go tell everybody, what's good with you, because that goes back to that, can we talk to people about things, but I don't harp or boast or talk a lot about my autoimmune disease, unless I'm like publicly smoking weed, so people just leave me alone. But I outside because that's an excuse for people. They need that excuse sometimes when they see my face with a huge joint in my mouth and me just toking it up, being like, "Oh, I feel so much more at peace right now."
Shut you down.
That I'm not feeling this much pain at where I'm at.
It's important to be human, though. I like I had to ask that question because her presentation is like, damn, like I'm really. How do I align myself with that level? Yeah. We have those moments, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Will Smith, just for a second. Will Smith, when he was doing Mandela, he was like, "Why do you touch everybody?" He said, "They need to feel that I'm real."
Yes,
they need to feel that I'm real.
I've already touched you like twice while we've been in here.
Like, for somebody to say that, it's just like you're this mythical character because who can do 35 years in prison and then have this, almost that angelic outlook about life.
Aura. That hasn't been tainted.
That higher vibration.
From that suppression.
That higher vibration.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that separation, like she was talking about, that separation is just like, well, they need to know that I'm real. And that's when you're operating in a different consciousness.
Yeah.
And I mean, I felt that in the room when she came in.
100%.
So I was just like,
well, thank you.
I said, well, hold on. How do you deal with the because people don't know?
Because you see me over here doing this, y'all think that I don't feel or something? You know what I mean? Like, I ain't got to wake up in the morning like it just I just float.
Yeah.
And everything just magical.
Oh my God, my makeup just does itself.
It's awesome.
So you're organic, cat.
I deal with, man, please, man.
Organic comes from the
Yeah, I love it.
Think that, float on the carpet at times, man. Hey, it's real.
I love it.
It's real. I got to wipe the crust out my eyes, put my pant leg on one leg at a time, just like
you don't hop in both. What?
Else.
Have
Right?
you seen
That's
that?
what I'm saying. Like, y'all think I just hop in my jeans? I said, you think I'm just hopping in my jeans? Come on now.
You
do one leg,
or you fall down like you can't scrape your elbow.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, man.
So what are you doing next? I'm sorry, I need to know because you've already inspired people who are in the studio.
Yeah.
And people need to know what's next for you.
Yeah, what's up with Shai? Like, what's going down?
I'm so serious.
And we haven't talked about Deserve.
No, you.
And we haven't talked about Deserve. We haven't talked about Legion or any of that.
Get that in because people need to hear that.
Let them know a little bit more. But I like this about a person that has some diversity and some depth to themselves.
I am human.
Yeah.
So I'm as human as it gets.
You're a person, and you seem to care about like real humanity type of causes.
Yeah, I really do.
Not everybody cares about
Not
that.
everybody.
They care about
They're
like
not
what
on
J's you
They're
wear.
not on
Yeah,
that.
I don't. I
You know what I
just,
mean?
you know what? I'm just not into that stuff. Like even it's just not how I was raised. Honestly, my first company was an electronic repair company. It's called Device Savers. We had a bunch of locations here in Tampa. I ran that business with my brothers, and then a flock of employees that worked with us. And I'll tell you what, I think we started there. It was called Device Savers because we fix things, we save things, for a living, and. You may want a shot.
He's focused.
Hey, get you a little shot. Let's make him something real quick. All right, go ahead.
Let's fix him something.
No, this is like
whose house are we in?
Miss Shai, this is your significant other right here.
Yep, that's him.
This is the homie. Go ahead, man. You on the Shizzle show, bro? Say what's up.
My name is Chadwick.
Chadwick.
Yeah, I got the mic.
What up,
I got the
You
mic.
got that mic on?
Yeah, I got it.
What up, homie?
I
You know what I mean?
say,
Shout out to Chadwick.
I'm the visual guy around here with the cameras.
Okay, visualness, making sure everything you can see
everything-
comes to life.
See, but that's what you need, though. You
Well,
need
you
that
need that
other
visual.
person
Yeah.
to be able to hold
See,
it.
and that's
That's a
we
beautiful
really
thing.
compliment each
Yeah.
other. Like that's actually.
I don't got a camera person. You know what I mean? He's doing the thing.
I do. Gen TV.
Selectively solid and strong.
Shout out to
That's
Gen
what you need.
TV.
Hey, you know what? Hey, I'm his camera person sometimes.
Exactly.
We go back and forth.
That's
you know,
brilliant.
like I
Helping
mean,
each other.
yeah, and that's what it's all. That's where I come back to that collaboration. I'm always trying to tell people about that. Like that's what every relationship in your life should be. Just a collaborative effort. If people are draining you, then get away from them. You should be watering each other.
But you know what? It's scary because most people I've dealt with, I'm going to go personal for a moment. Most people, like, I could tell you're cut from a different cloth. But it's difficult to know what a person's cut from until you
get to know them.
And then you kind of got to feel them out, and you're like, no, this isn't that prima cotton that
That's why you got to be your original, authentic self all the time. Because honestly, people either run away from me very quickly, or they're like, "Yo, I feel this person."
Yeah.
I feel like that sometimes I get labeled one of the two, maybe either too intense or too quiet. Yeah, I know, right? If I don't like you, I'll get quiet real quick.
With Master P.
It's selectively social.
Selectively,
You don't want her to get quiet. She gets quiet.
She processes.
All right, so look, you very verbal around us, so you like us then.
Yes.
Cool.
You guys are my kind of crowd.
For higher radio, I appreciate you.
Yeah, we're all doing higher things here.
Yeah.
So that's
Hey, Biz, we was drinking this with Master P, right? At the Master P joint. This is what that was, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I
you
thought.
guys
I
gotta get
looked
some
at
rum
your
in here.
arm.
Okay, I don't drink whiskey.
Yeah,
Get some rum.
But hey, this is
We had
You did bring wine. You did bring wine. You did bring wine.
You're like,
when you walked in, I was
water.
like, look at this man bringing the kitchen.
I'm prepared.
I felt underprepared. I was like, I'm the Puerto Rican. I'm not very hospitable right now. Normally, I should be bringing gifts.
You have to bring the vibe with you. You can't go into a room.
That's so true.
Yeah, you have to bring the vibe with you, and the vibe is in the room.
I 100% believe that. Getting back to it, Device Savers. We
the serious stuff.
That's serious. That's serious
doubt.
talk.
Let's get back to it.
That global sustainability talk.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's real shit.
That's
global sustainability. that keeps us all in place.
I'm just saying. I want to be here 2020. I know about you.
Amazon is
I've been watching these comets we haven't been talking about videos hit the earth.
Go ahead though. Bow.
But getting back to the company's called Device Savers, gets back to those good personalities. Everybody worked for us was savers. World woke up, wanted to save everybody. We'd be saved. If everybody woke up like a hero tomorrow, we would be helping. I don't even know. We'd be in space. We'd have a whole space station built.
And flying cars.
We would. My dad told me, he's like, man, I thought by this time we would be like the Jetsons when he used to watch that when he was a kid.
But the greed
There's
is
no
what
melanin
stops
people in
us.
the Jetsons.
But you know what? We have too much planned obsolescence.
There was no melanin people.
Correct. And that was actually one of my big fights when I was in electronic repair and global sustainability is we fixed everything. Anything with a circuit board. You know who was one of the first people that had a problem with me fixing stuff? Apple.
Absolutely.
How is Apple going to come after
Because
a
you
little
can't-
tiny baby company?
Because they're
9
not
years?
buying something new.
Exactly, because they're not buying something new. So everything that you buy, your manufacturer has decided that it's going to become obsolete. It's going to have a break date. And what's sad about this is that they're not the ones paying for the impact that it's making on the environment.
No.
They're the ones that are literally just profiting and building the underground bunker. So, you know, when everything does go down, they're good.
Yeah, they have a place to go.
They're going somewhere
All
else.
right now,
you know?
I don't want you to get shot now because you
No,
speaking some power right
hey,
now.
Hey, me and Nipsey are on that same hustle. So, like, when it comes to certain things, but you know what? I've only seen it firsthand. Corporate greed. I've seen planned obsolescence. I've written and talked about it just many times. And also, too, I grew up in a family where it was broken. You had to fix it.
Yeah.
You did not get something new. Oh no, that did not
we fixed it,
happen. That
Nips.
was not even real. I would be afraid to even ask. I'd be like, Dad, I don't know what happened. You know, like I don't know what I did. It just broke. It just poofed.
Well, you better fix it.
And he just looked at me like, well, I guess hey, you don't have it now. You know, but I also grew up with a parent who was like, oh, by the way, here's some tools if you want to fix it. You know, so very different generation now. We promote planned obsolescence with our children. Like, hey, just throw it away. Yeah. Why do we have this trash it mentality instead of this fix it, keep it, it's all good?
Because it's easier.
Exactly.
But
is
what?
it really though?
It's really not easier. We live in a world that
instant
is-
gratification
that monetizes unplanned consequences.
Correct.
If you don't really know the consequences of living a certain lifestyle for 30 years,
absolutely,
you know it's easy. You know, they say, you know, ignorance is bliss. Why do these phrases exist?
Yeah.
Ignorance is bliss for a while until you catch that case that you can't really come back from.
Yeah. And
you know,
so you can't be ignorant about it no more, and it's in your face, and then you can't do nothing.
And now it's over. You know, my grandfather was one of those types of people who grew up in the Great Depression. And, you know, one of the lessons he had to learn is money wasn't everything.
No, absolutely not.
Money's
Because
not
during that time, people fed each other.
People, and some people jumped out of buildings because they didn't have money.
That's so true.
That's like, wow. So what's important now?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You know what? When my family didn't have power for 11 months in Puerto Rico, you know, they'll tell you a lot of stories about what's important.
Yeah.
Hell
really
yeah.
will.
No power.
Yeah.
And then especially in the day that we are so like adjusted and acclimated and all that to digitalness.
Oh my goodness.
And our phones.
Yeah. How
For
tied
you
in
to
we are.
not have your phone for 11
GPS.
months.
No hot showers,
Just
no
think,
warm
y'all,
food.
just to not have none of your
Unless you're doing fires.
digitalness for
I can't even
11
I can't even
months.
imagine that.
Can you imagine?
Like,
You couldn't
when
even.
when I think of my family, I'm like, y'all are
Hey,
gangsters.
y'all
Like,
can
y'all
do
are
that, you
freaking
know. Hey, yeah.
amazing.
Can you
You guys
imagine-
are just
hey,
like, y'all can do
Hey, we
it.
trip right now if our shit is like buffering
Oh
or
my
messed
God.
up for 11
If
minutes.
it's slow, I'm like, I'm the first
I
one.
can't even imagine what it's
you
like
know?
to not
Right.
have AC for 5 minutes.
11 months.
How hot it is.
And it
right
is
now.
hotter way over
And
there.
mosquitoes.
Man.
Oh my God.
Perspective,
Oh my
perspective
goodness.
is important.
The
Oh my
bugs.
God.
and
That's why I liked it when I
just-
went to Trinidad. Like, it gave you perspective.
Yeah.
You need it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think everybody should, you know, be able
Travel.
to see, to travel,
good.
to do things,
Go
get
ahead.
out.
Just pull
Yeah.
it up.
No,
No, it's good. It's good.
No,
Like,
it's not.
nope, did I get it? Nope.
Boom. Now it's broken.
1, 2, 3.
No,
Did I
just
fuck it up?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, all right. So yeah, that's real serious about what we're talking about though.
Yeah.
So all y'all out there, I don't give a damn where you from, where you listening. We got worldwide global listenership right here. Think of wherever y'all are at right now. If you did not have your digital situation for 11 months,
How would your life change?
for almost a year, there was
talking about a
no
lot.
way.
Yeah, I believe it.
Lord, I don't know about
Man,
this.
they didn't
Making
have
this.
but
but
think
what-
about this.
all
They
y'all
didn't
that-
have lights.
They didn't have lights.
Like,
No,
yeah.
pitch black at
That's
night.
just
Pitch
a
black.
damn internet situation.
Yeah.
We talking about in real life.
No lights.
You had
Yeah.
no lights, electricity at
Yeah.
your crib.
Yeah.
All right, so that means no water
11
at your
months,
crib.
no nothing.
You know
at
what I
your
mean?
crib.
You got the bubblies. You got to go figure it out.
Yep.
You feel me?
You got a roof at your crib.
Yes.
And some blankets.
And some blankets.
And some beds, and hopefully they're not
And
moldy.
at night, y'all got some candles. Your power generator ain't even working. And if you have some gas, I'm sure the gas didn't gone.
And that's if you can even get gas.
You didn't get gas because I'm sure that's gone.
I mean, I don't even know how they did it. You know, when they told me the stars look brighter, the Milky Way was prettier.
Yeah.
I
They-
appreciated those statements. It made me feel
They probably
Because they
had
found
to-
the good in
they
the bad.
had to.
they did.
Especially,
They did.
and in this modern day time, it happening, I'm sure they had to get more with the creator, bro. You had to become more one with.
They did, and actually a lot of people did. Instead, they helped each other out. They started rebuilding their own bridges because they couldn't wait for people to get to them. Like, there's just so much. You know, I'm actually very proud of the Americans out in Puerto Rico.
You know, another thing I can say really in that too. I'm sure it spawned a lot of unification.
It has.
You know, I might have hated on
You're
y'all.
gonna have some conversations.
But y'all might have the peanut butter over there. We got the jelly. They got the bread over there. And we all trying to make a sandwich.
Absolutely.
You know
Let's come together and eat.
Yeah.
You know, like, and that's actually, that was what happened. And actually, you've seen a lot of that. We just did that first, like, Ricky, protest to get rid of our governor. What do? We sang and danced in the streets, and we're like, you want to drive? Oh, we're going bachata on the highway. Good luck with that. It's just like, that is dope. That's how people should handle things. There should be no rioting. There should be no craziness. Like, you don't like who's in there, sing and dance them out of Congress. Stand right in front of their doors.
Cleaned everything up the next day.
Cleaned everything up. Because that's how we are. And that's citizenship.
Some people can protest in that way and then make a statement.
Yeah. That's how we all should be protesting.
Have to come a little bit more militant.
That
y'all was able to break through and make your stand.
Yeah.
And get some results from making your stand.
I think
that right there.
I mean, I hear you when you say militant, but I also think that it's the message that you're trying to say, how you say it, and how you present it. It's all communication. Like, we're just talking to each other. So why does it have to be a militant
So a little
process?
sprinkle of not what you do, but how you do it on that right there.
Now keep in mind, though, in Puerto Rico, we didn't have an opposition. There was no hate on the other side. There wasn't somebody really saying, "Oh, we love this guy," so
it was just towards. It was just for the people.
So you got to consider that. It was
that's true.
So there wasn't that opposition. So to me, when I think of protests and opposition, I don't really think of it against politics. I think against people. And that's kind of something we didn't have in Puerto Rico during that time frame. We had people for the people, and that's when we make the most change. When we're people for the people for the right things. Like, maybe we all didn't like him, maybe we like some of the things about him.
So it's
but
better.
We know that there was enough not good.
That's empowerment for the people, bettering for the people.
Absolutely. You know what? I'll agree. If I don't agree with my neighbor on everything, but I agree with half the things that he says, I'll march with my neighbor.
Hell yeah, because it's going to make us both better.
Absolutely, because there's 50% of what I believe in. And the other 50%, maybe I really don't care. I'll march with you.
I can dig that.
We don't do that enough.
Come to that common.
Yeah, we don't do that enough.
But a lot of it is having those conversations.
Exactly.
Because that connectivity is now something that is evaporating into the atmosphere.
Yeah,
having that dialogue.
Yeah. Really, how long have you spent talking to your neighbor in the last week?
Yeah.
Depending on where you live, depending on the socioeconomics, depending on your day, depending on what's happening in the world.
We live arm's length next to
you.
Know
we don't
nothing
about it.
But what they had to go through in Puerto Rico, they were not
11 months.
Hell yeah!
I know your situation. I know the kids.
All of that shit.
You know everything exactly. You do because that communication opened up. What's going on with you? And we don't do that enough to each other. We live arm's length from somebody that we don't even say hi to every day when we see them walk out their house because they're not forced to.
But
I do.
For security
People are annoyed
purposes.
with me in my apartment complex. I'm like, "What's up, John? How's it going today, sir?"
I need to know.
Why not? Why not?
That's kind of you know what I mean, and that's how it really, and especially with your neighbor.
Yeah, I am. I want to know.
You would want to be cool with people around you, like. What's up? Because like I'm gone.
Yeah,
you gonna look out for my crib.
Yeah, absolutely.
And vice versa.
Yeah, no, that's real talk. That's how I feel. That's community. That's what we live in.
Community camaraderie.
Yes, collaboration.
It should be there.
A lot of values have gotten devalued.
Yes, they have 100%. And that is because again, we're not. Our platforms don't accentuate them and highlight them and like make them. Oh my God, that's what we're doing for each other again. Unless we open them up to that. And that's actually every company that I create or everything that I've ever tried to do has always been to better in some way, shape, or form. Whether it be the drone company, the device repair company, my pet company, and even now Deserve is meant to help business owners, small, medium businesses, minority female businesses, all different kinds, so I think but that outlook was given to me from a very strong parent. And a lot of our communication efforts boil down to, were you a kid that could talk to your dad? Were you a kid that could talk to your mom?
So how
were you the kid that got pat on the back? Because my dad pat me on the back every day.
I got the pat on the butt.
Yeah, I got the pat on the butt too. Don't worry. I grew up in a Puerto Rican house. We pat on the butt, okay? And you ain't calling nobody.
For real. You screaming, they gonna hear you.
How can people get involved with what you're doing and where you're going, because I think people feel inspired, but they don't know what to do with that energy sometimes.
You know what? I am still working on the legitimacy of myself to give to others. In a way where I have enough expendable energy and enough
Shai, we all
projects
working on
where that I feel like I can do that. Actually, being here today, this man right here, Dax over here, inviting me up. You know, this is part of that process. My significant other right now, recording what we're all doing. You know, this moment in time.
But don't call me Dax though. I'm Shizzle.
Oh, Shizzle.
On Sundays, I'm Shizzle.
On Sundays, you okay, Shizzle.
He's in his zone.
So Shizzle and Shai doing this show. Okay. Shizzle and Shai.
Go ahead.
That could be an IGTV. I see a whole dance coming out. The Shizzle and Shai. But you know, like I wish that what I'm doing right now is kind of trying to get to those next steps. You know, being with somebody that's kind of into that same message sharing as me has been very beneficial to that, because I will have to say, you know, being a visionary as I am is very exhausting for a lot of people.
You're there though.
I'm working on it.
No. You're there. And I think as a person, you seem like you're very driven, but you seem like you're also a perfectionist.
You know what? I am.
But you know what? The thing about life isn't perfect.
No.
So sometimes you just have to throw yourself and immerse yourself. In my day job, I had the benefit of learning from a person who was putting on a workshop as far as learning a different language.
Oh, got it.
And he spoke
like a different soul.
Exactly. But he learned like 4 different languages. He spoke French, he spoke Spanish, but the best way to learn was through immersion. You have to immerse yourself in a situation to learn about trying to do what you're trying to do. So I hear what you're saying as far as I'm working on it. There's no better teacher than life.
Yeah, I agree with
that. You know, he's like...
There's that ready, aim, fire thing that I said.
There's that ready, aim, fire, but sometimes you already got the fire.
Yes, I have a fire, unfortunately.
So it's really kind of determining where your aim is. You're passionate about, and it's something that can spread. Because a lot of people, I'm telling you right now, I work with people who I'm like, yeah, they feeding off me.
Yeah. See, I like watering people. I got a lot of water, you know. I come from, my family comes from an island. We got a lot of water. Give me that water.
Yeah.
Some of that water.
We're going to talk because you have a lot to give.
I appreciate that.
But this sounds bad. You have to selectively give.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
You have to selectively give. You can't just
give. You can't give it to all of them.
It sounds bad, you know. But you know, some people get their feelings hurt.
Yeah, no, it's true.
But
you know what? Honestly, it's one of the reasons why I made the jump to get rid of my my retail locations last year, because I realized that I needed to stop giving out my time to all my employees. I felt, you know, and some of them will tell you this, that someone will say that they saw this. A lot of people work with me for many years that worked with my companies. But, you know, I was drained, you know, and it can be very draining managing that many stores, locations, or people. And I had to do a refocus. And I also had to take an inventory of what was important in my life and what kind of goals I wanted. So,
and you know what?
Moment,
another thing real quick, too.
Yeah.
My man might want to squeeze on something at the end of the night. If you too tired to
exactly.
shit, you know what I'm saying? He
yeah.
can't squeeze. You're like, oh, I'm too tired, man. You know, no.
And he likes to see. He likes to see.
Connectivity.
You know what I mean, bro? You might want to squeeze on something too tired and shit. Nah.
Focus on what's important.
Hell no. You know what I'm saying? I can't, you know.
Hey, for the people who are on the, you know, e-commerce.
Situation got to get a little lighter. You know what I mean?
It's true, though. That's important, too. People don't communicate enough.
We here. We got to live.
Yeah.
You gotta live.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well.
Keep it moving.
Absolutely. So I'm still trying to learn how to diversify myself, but I do know that perfection is not what I need to strive for. Good enough is good enough.
No. Strive for perfection.
Your work is already speaking for you.
You're a perfectionist?
Yeah, strive for perfection. When it comes to certain things, yeah, you strive for perfection because it's...
Yeah.
Oh.
It's the closest thing to godliness.
Yeah.
Perfection.
Perfection.
I thought that was cleanliness.
I thought that was cleanliness too.
Clean, awesomeness. Hey, look. Hold.
I was just asking,
bruh. Awesomeness. You
Now,
can't tell me.
Wait, no.
You can't tell me.
Awesomeness is
Cleanliness can't.
Patience is the
Awesomeness,
closest.
Patience.
The patience is the ultimate virtue of the gods because they have but time.
There you go. See, that's one. That's three of them we just hit. Awesomeness, patience. What's a couple of other, and that's just two additional to
the whole thing, the whole shebang.
the
See, and that is me. I was always that kid.
You feel me?
Yeah, I was the varsity soccer player. Ninth grade, I was class president. I was those things. Morning show host. Not because I wanted to be that show off, but because I wanted to be that kid that can make that difference. Yeah. I hear you on the perfection. But guess what? Again, that communication
That's
from
just
Pops, man, he
striving.
really pushed me.
Pops was on it.
Yeah.
Pops was on it.
Pops was on that mission.
Pops was on that mission.
Word.
He's like, we're going to do good with all three kids.
Regardless, we're going to try to make some shit happen.
I'm with you with the striving, because that striving means that you're still growing. And
that's all we can all
Yeah.
do. We're all still growing.
yeah.
Regardless of however we feel and think how cool we are, we're all still growing, man.
So
I don't think
I don't know what you waiting on mentally. Like I'm gonna be very honest. Because when you go to different circles, sometimes you're exposed to a different thought process.
You're so right, and I honestly am in my circle a lot because I tend to be.
I don't know who around you, but who around you, I don't know what they're telling you.
What?
I just got a whole ego boost. I'm gonna have to fit my head out this door, guys.
Look,
hey.
There was a movie one time, and it was real facts. And the dude came from the street, but the girl was like, up here.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like money, but she had that
Yeah.
something about her that she wanted to impact the world. And I mean, not many people are actually going to approach the world like, I want to change you.
Yeah.
And actually, put steps into action to do that.
You got to do that.
Most people get burned out at a certain point because they become jaded with experiences that they,
I think that's because a lot of people jump on the bandwagon of I want to be a good person, but this is the only way I know how.
Nah, hell no. You know what that is? It's shy. You must be content with where you're at.
Yeah,
if you're on that mentality.
gratitude.
Yeah. And I see she has that. Sometimes you just have to change who you're around.
No, you do. Honestly, every time I'm around different circles, I get lots of different vibes from different people, and I enjoy that.
I'm telling you right now, like,
you know what I mean?
I don't know you that well, but it's like I would follow.
Thank you.
I would follow based upon what I.
Why you think she's
you have
here?
Testimony. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Shizzle.
difference. It's not
Game
what I hear.
recognized.
It's
Shizzle, Shai.
Well, I know how you roll.
You feel me?
I know how you roll. So that's
we try to stay with the upper echelon of thought.
Yes,
Regardless
those high
of what
vibrations
we're
up
going
there.
through in our reality.
Yeah.
Only thing stronger than testimony is matrimony.
Oh, yep. There you go.
So
hey, boy.
This is testimony here. You married to a certain cause, and it's just like, okay, well,
yeah.
I don't need to ask too many questions because I already see you there.
Well, that's it. Like, actually, that's one of the things I care. Like, my significant other, it's great. He's on that same mission as me when it comes to impacting.
We
and
see
changing
he
the
got
world.
your back. He right here.
He
Look,
got
he's holding it down.
He's right
He said
holding
it was
it
boom.
down.
Ain't said a damn thing.
Yeah.
Ain't tripping. Ain't complaining. Ain't nothing.
he's
Just
got
holding it down, playing his position.
Yeah, he needs another
He's like,
big
this is,
guy.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
didn't come here for this. I didn't know it was gonna be 10 hours.
Hey, bro. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
so
you know? But that's what it's all about.
I remember saying we're going viral tomorrow. It's a Shizzle show. Yeah, exactly.
You gotta have people. I mean, your significant other should be on your team. They should be one of your biggest fans, one of your
Big
biggest
facts.
motivators.
Support what you got going on.
Yeah, they should be one of your biggest motivators. They should want the bag with you just as much as you want that bag.
Word.
You know,
And if they're not, you kind of gotta let
Nah,
them
fuck
go.
that. It's bigger than the bag, though.
it's bigger than the bag.
You gotta be really.
The bag is everything. Everything
with the
is in the
movement.
bag.
What the
Love
fuck
is in
I'm
the bag.
doing?
Business is in the bag.
The bag
We're taking
is
the whole bag.
the bag is damn.
She talking about a different bag though.
I see what you.
But the thing is, it's important. The journey for the bag. Because
journey
people
for the
think the
bag
bag is something
No, the
different.
journey-
Respect the
the
journey,
bag,
though.
yeah.
Respect that I'm on, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that's
respect
part.
me, but like
Respect the bag.
Yeah.
but my awesomeness for being
See,
on this journey.
Yeah.
Everything that's in the bag, you're not gonna see until you open the bag.
Yeah, that's so true.
Shit,
That's the bag I want.
That's the bag. Yeah.
See the person that you want to be anyway.
hit him. Go ahead, turn him on.
I
Turn him on.
say it again.
Bro. Go ahead,
Because he
turn him
know.
on. Turn him on.
Yeah.
I like they always say
Go
the
ahead,
process.
come up
the
closer,
process
bro.
is what makes you the person that you want to be eventually when you actually get there. You're actually not the happiest. It's that journey in between all those trials and errors that make you just
Diamonds. That finish line, you're like, where's the next start?
Diamonds ain't just saying, I love this.
Yeah. You get the bag later, like, oh, am I happy now or no? No, it changed that whole process of like going through all these struggles and failures, like day after day, night after night, not sleeping, learning something, and you're just like. That makes you the person that you are.
But also knowing what
that makes you appreciate.
Yeah,
that's the shit, bro.
Makes you appreciate that bag so much.
And keep you humble. That's the shit that keeps you humble too.
Exactly.
It is.
You know what I mean?
I
It
keep
keep
him
you down to
humble.
earth and humble. That it should. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you do. You know what I'm saying?
I do. I'm like honest, but again, it helps. Like I don't try to surround myself with somebody that's not on my team. Like whether it be friends, relationships. I mean, we spend the most time with these people. They should be uplifting you. You should be able to talk to them about your problems. You know, and they may have stresses too. They should be able to talk to you about theirs equally. And I think, you know, sometimes relationships with people, they can get very selfish. And we're both entrepreneurs, so we know what it takes to share, to collaborate. And I'm blessed that I found that, because there's lots of relationships I went through that were not that. And it honestly stunted me as an entrepreneur, as a person, because it held me back, because I thought that I may be hindering somebody, and that was their selfishness on that level wasn't fair, you know. And I'm lucky I had a good dad, because he was always that pat on the back, and he was always that person like, hey, I don't know why this person ain't supporting you like they kind of should be, mama. Remember how you were raised? Remember how we believe in this family? Remember how we congratulate, we back each other up no matter what, you know. And you got to find that in all relationships, but your relationship
the pat on the butt, it makes you stick around
it
longer.
does.
Don't change.
Exactly.
Don't change in that way.
And we go back and forth on that. We correct each other all the time, or things that we don't like, we communicate. And it's hard with social media. My man is very good looking, you know.
That's the biggest key.
But
communication.
You know what the biggest, to me, the biggest opposition to communication is fear.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a lot of times it's fear of being left behind, because they're elevating themselves to a level that you don't feel comfortable with.
Yeah.
Because productive struggle produces uncomfortable growth.
So true.
So how do I deal with uncomfortable growth? It's weight room.
Yeah.
If my homie got 325 and he pushing it up 5-6 times, but I'm stuck in 250, I start to evaluate myself differently.
Yeah.
Based upon what I see.
Yep.
I had no idea what the sacrifices they took to get to that point.
100%.
But now that may cause a divide.
Yeah.
Because I recognize in myself, hey, I'm not able to do what he or she does.
Yep.
Now, how do I respond to that?
Yeah, that's tough, seeing someone else win when you're kind of still there. I mean, that I think has been an issue for a lot of my past relationships. You know, myself is that I'm over here trying on.
You're powerful.
I'm trying to get to that next level. I'm doing the right things that I need to, but you know, they get caught up in their feelings or what's going on about it.
Absolutely.
You know, and that goes back to people not having like their own understanding, I think, of loyalty and things like that in a relationship, which I grew up with. If you ain't loyal, like
you know
that's
what,
a you
though?
problem. You know,
and I think, but you know what? I think a lot of times people are loyal for the wrong reasons.
I agree.
And they're jaded.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
Just jaded. You know, I used to be, and I say used to be because I'm more evaluative now.
Okay.
Because I recognize many people don't bring to the table the same skill set that you would bring.
Yeah,
so
100%.
they're not going to respond how you respond.
Right.
So I up front say, look, this is how I roll.
Yeah.
This is how I operate.
Yeah.
I think the more you front load, you have to load off later.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that just comes to, again, people being their authentic selves when you meet them. And that's why I'm very much myself. I normally am, you know, and I walk away from people one way or another, you know.
We're getting a different version of her than she gives to other people, though. I appreciate that.
Oh.
Because
Shizzle show.
Yeah,
this is the Shizzle show.
I do not
Shizzle
believe
shot.
I do not believe she just walks in the mall and starts having conversations like this.
I mean,
hell no.
I appreciate that. You're not over here looking at, you know.
No, not everybody. You can't approach everyone the same way. And that's understanding other people's boundaries and their own little atmosphere. We all have our little auras that we step into with each other. And then our auras bounce off of each other. You know, that's why people say you can feel me or not. Energy.
Yeah.
You know, so
vibes.
Those vibes.
It's electric.
And you can feel those. Those are real. I mean, you got to think like
certain energy brought us together today.
Yeah, there you go.
Absolutely.
Exactly. And but you know what? I also believe the world is a small place for good people. We tend to find each other. If you suck, the world is very scary. So
I want to believe. I want to believe that, boy. Because believe me, the reason we talking because I'm just like, boy.
Well, I mean, we're in this room together, right? So
I need, but you know, it's
facts. We're in this room together, you brought that's that good vibes. That's that energy getting passed around.
Like it would.
That's that connective energy.
It's worth traveling for.
Yeah, it wouldn't be for nothing.
You guys know how positive and like from electronic standpoint, you know, positive and positive energy, negative energy, you know, how they flow through each other. Yeah, guys, you know, you need a
I said
current,
something earlier. Check this
know?
out. Peace. Positive energy activates constant elevation.
Ooh, that is pretty. I like that.
I'll
Yeah,
say
that's
I'll say constant energy.
That's a team. That's
elevation.
T-shirt.
That's a T-shirt. You want me to get a T-shirt? We can drop ship a Shizzle T-shirt that says peace.
Nah,
don't say that.
Nah.
Hey,
that's 5. That's 5%.
He's about the peace.
That's 5%ers, bro. That's 5%ers.
Yeah.
That's not even. That's higher than me. That's a whole different.
It's
that's 5% right there. Like. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's elevation. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. 120 knowledge, 120 wisdom, 120 understanding. That's a whole different... That's mathematics right there. Yeah. That's a whole different... You know what I mean? Like...
Love you, Karen.
Word. All right, Shizzle Show. That's a whole different thing right there.
Do we need to play some music or a break or something? Or people?
I got 40 minutes left to film. So.
Oh, hey, damn.
You guys just got precious.
Chad, you got the shit right on my face right now,
it looks
son.
Clean right now.
Yeah.
This shit looks clean.
He got the whole profile shot.
I'm gonna tell y'all, this is the best part of my day.
This is a good Sunday, amen.
Yeah, it's awesome. Awesome Sunday right here on the Shizzle Show for High Radio.
As always.
Yeah, you never know.
Now cameras on. Like, hey,
we're gonna get you on a boom. What we're gonna do? We're gonna put you in a little story and boomerang you back and forth.
I told her I was like, I want to start a Deserve podcast.
Appreciate the people
And talk to business owners and
so
love it.
if you want to do that, Deserve. Hey, so let's tell them a little bit about Deserve.
Yeah.
Shai, good segue.
Yeah.
Chad. Boom.
Yes.
Deserve.
Deserve is Deserve is great for Tampa. What we're
advertising,
doing,
marketing.
we're impacting business owners in a different way by doing data advertising marketing. So everything that we do is data driven, just like everything that you guys do on your cell phones and all the behaviors and algorithms that every platform that you're on has algorithmized you down to. So we go after companies that need help in those areas, and what we do is we help scale them. So you may call us for ads, you may call us for content, you may call us for just doing some research or background on your business. You may call us to help you scale a product or do a product video for you, a shoot. We do a lot. We're kind of like a full suite marketing company.
All right, so like if a small business that needs these services that they choose to seek you to help them out, how can they go about doing so?
They can go to our .com, which is just deserve DEZERV.co. And you can just start by clicking the main green button there and just filling out a web audit. Just drop your website there, and I'll go ahead and take a look at it for free and tell you what's wrong with it. Send you a report. What you do from that is up to you, or where we go from that is up to them.
Okay, let me add this in because you can't waste people's time.
Yeah,
and I think that's what discourages people from actually moving forward. Because they've had so many negative experiences.
Oh my God, marketing companies are awful.
Have your stuff together.
Yeah.
Have your stuff together. And I'm not going to say you have to have an LLC and necessarily your website, but if I'm big business, but I'm still working on my business.
Yeah.
But you need to come with something that a person can really evaluate and move forward.
Yes, absolutely.
Don't waste people's time because
I get a lot of questions. We mostly do specialize really in the web and internet, all digital products. But I get a lot of people like, hey, do I need a website? I'm like, yeah, you need a website. Your website is yours. That is your digital platform. That's your Instagram if you want it to be. That's your Facebook if you want it to be.
I got my website.
Yeah, you got your website.
That's your main domain.
Yeah, I'm talking about your main domain. Yep.
We're not talking about no MySpace.
No, not talking about MySpace.
GoDaddy used to have a lot of commercials and shit talking about getting your own domain. But that's what she's talking about. Having your own domain.
Have it together.
.com, you know what
having your own domain.
Your own URL.
Yep.
There you go.
For me, I own probably 300.coms to include my name. I recommend everybody owning their own name.com because if I don't like you and I buy your name,
sell it back to you.
you're going to be paying a lot to get it.
Hey, stage 2 just came through with it, boy. That was serious, boy.
I always tell people, don't mess with nerds. I mean,
hey, I'm going to monetize your existence.
Word, you have to
that's. I mean, I've done that.
Your business.
So like, okay.
See,
well, guess what? You can't use that.
You got to know he's been on some snake shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
WWE. What is that? Wow.
You might have had to do so.
It used to be like the wrestling.
Like, somebody
Not no more. It was WWF at first.
Yeah,
you got to switch it up because somebody owns
somebody else got it.
And I've definitely been there on the intellectual property lawsuit and some things that I've learned a lot about business, like in owning your own name and what it means.
That's a beautiful thing. Intellectual property.
Yeah,
Lord, can't nobody duplicate that.
Yeah,
that's the essence. That's what you refer to as the essence. We'll go back to that. Keep talking.
Yeah, so I honestly, we help businesses scale mostly. So if they're already doing kind of good, kind of already have their foot in the door, but they need that next push. We bring on that like CMO, CTO kind of position for companies or extensions of them. So marketing and technology.
Break down that acronym. CMOs.
They're
used to CEOs, not CMOs and CTOs.
Well, CEO is my favorite position, but
right. Executive officer.
We can't go over the head of the.
Go ahead, yeah.
Oh goodness! Well, I mean, we tend to. A lot of business owners have a great vision. They know what they want. They're like, this is what I want to do. This is my product. This is how it's going to go. This is how I see it. And then they get to the market and they're like, oh my God, I'm missing like 20% of what I need to be doing right now. And I don't know how to do it, So really, and I actually don't know how to get to this next step, or I don't know this part because that's not what they were meant to know. Again, here's go back to collaboration. I don't believe that anybody really can just run an amazing company single-handed
without collaboration.
Yeah, without it takes a team. It takes a team, just like just a whole village. So the better your team is, the better your company's going to run. So when you hire a company like Deserve, we come on as an extension of your vision, and that could be multiple different visions. It could be a book vision, it could be a product vision, it could be it could be a music video.
You know what I mean? I'm over here doing my thing. I'm Shizzle. I got a Shizzle vision.
Okay.
What if I want to holler at Deserve?
Do you own shizzlevision.com?
I knew her .com. I'm not going to have her attack me. I got my .com. I'm ready.
I'm ready.
We was already talking before you got on.
Yeah, we were.
But you know what?
She ready.
Yeah, I like Shizzle Vision. I could see that like going down to like one of those Samsung apps, and then we can watch you in the studio.
I mean, I do have my .com. Shout out to Spreaker. Shout out to iHeartRadio.
He is on iHeart.
Shout out to I've got numerous different platforms.
There we go. I love it.
I'm affiliated with. But I feel you.
Do we
got
Shizzle
having
Vision?
your own domain.
I like that though. I really like that.
There is the Shizzle Show. Shizzle Vision is
that to me that's like augmenting reality.
Yes.
Like a walk with Shizzle.
There's a place for that though.
Yes,
there's a place for that though.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I like Shizzle Vision.
I really like.
Hey, I'm 10 toes down before it went down.
Shout out to Shizzle Vision.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm saying.
What are we looking at?
Yeah, we
not gonna discuss that on air though.
Yeah,
some moves don't need to be televised or audio.
Or rated R.
Sometimes Shizzle Vision.
I
can dig it though.
I am working with a friend of mine, and he's building like a new Facebook platform. He's been working on it 3 years, just kind of gotten to seed round investments with it, and he's building a vision that opens up the market again for free speech and talking and things like that. So if there is a Shizzle Vision or a Shizzle Vision platform,
that shit had a ring to it. I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to
good.
Cuss. I like that.
I really didn't mean to cuss, but I try to present myself in a certain manner.
Shout out to my man Fly Ride Ryan Williams.
Is there another guest? Is this the
Ryan
only
knows
guest?
about Shizzle. Ryan knows about Shizzle Vision. There's a few that know about Shizzle Vision, but Shizzle Vision has to be brought forth at a certain quality.
Gotcha.
There's that. If I'm not able to implement, if I'm not able to bring forth that certain quality, then I'm not even.
See, and that's something that we do at Deserve is that what you just said, quality. That is our biggest asset. We provide our customers with our clients the most quality. Well, whether we're building you a video, we're building your website, all your SEO, metadata, backlinking, everything is done the way that it should be, and not the way that we want you to perceive it. Which for a lot of places is real quick. I think that every customer that comes to Deserve is a reflection of my art and what I do for other companies, and an extension of me as a person that's either helpful or not helpful to a business. So if I work with a business, it's normally because I truly believe that we can help them or we can change what they're doing.
That's something where I'm going. I'm going in that direction because Facebook has been catching my shizzle vision.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Instagram is taking down some of my photos.
That's
your views after that Master P, low key. Your views after that Master P, low key.
What do you think about all that? I saw that. I read it.
No, it's low key though. Because people were, and this is where I had a problem when it came to marketing. How do you translate marketing and views to monetization?
Conversion. Yeah.
That's that point.
So that's the data.
Chad, do you need a refill?
That's the data.
I got you. Hey, you go ahead.
Get you a refill.
Hey,
I think that was Chad's way of saying.
I'm looking at that.
How do you mention that?
Cost per view
right now.
Cost per view.
This right here.
How does that translate? Because you have to be a student, and see, I study it because I study anything I love. You feel me? And it's a situation you're like,
many hours in this thing?
Absolutely.
Yes.
And I'm just like, I was blessed enough to actually, and it sounds like something else, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
When you see someone who's in a zone.
Yep.
Yeah. She sees me all the time.
I love his zone.
She's in her zone. When I saw you
Chad,
interview
get you some juice.
Master P.
Yes.
You was in a zone.
Yes.
Because this individual has been interviewed many times.
True.
I mean, obviously, have you been? Come on now. I mean, real talk.
Have you been visually interviewed?
Yeah.
That's Master P.
Master P. His Master P interview, where I drove down because I hop in the car.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate you, Sergio, Alfie, Remy, my man Santiago. We were all there for that, and the collaborative effort of my station, Ohio Radio, as well as my brothers and everybody. It helped me feel comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With this R&R right here that we were sipping.
But you know what,
that made me feel comfortable enough to put me in the essence to even interview the brother, bro. You feel me? It was all of our collaborative efforts, regardless if it was.
This is the part. This is the part that, and I'm going to just say this because people need to understand. Everything starts with an idea.
Agreed.
And the idea has to come from something.
100%.
And Miss Rachel.
Well, yeah, that's the plug.
That's the
but that's relationships.
Yeah,
relationships, you have to be able to speak like she does in order, to feel the purpose. So, the preparation for that interview, people don't really have they don't have an understanding.
No, and you got to be prepped.
So Master P been interviewed I don't know how many times. Obviously, 1996. 50 million.
Get on your guys' level.
50. Oh, I got it. Come on now, I come prepared. It's right. No,
I'm straight missing out right now.
I don't play around. Why would I do that?
Because I am not.
I got you.
Take the wine. That's probably why he bought it. And Biz probably bought the wine for you. Because the ladies love the wine. And
we should have brought shit.
Hey, that's my brother, yo. So he knows
it's right out there.
I'm getting down right here.
As soon as I finish this story,
drink some wine.
I got it right out there.
Listen,
get a wine opener.
Can we try something first?
Shot.
Because I saw one of these videos that if you take a lighter and you heat up the top, the thing pops off.
Yeah, but you got to heat it up a lot, and then you got to burn this.
Wait, well, you got to take that off.
I'm gonna go get that, and then
can we try that?
No, it's I got it.
Huh?
No, okay.
Hey, where's Galen? Where you at?
This is a whole excursion, guys.
Let's reset. I saw a video on Facebook. That if you light the bottle, it's
like a life hack. Yeah, it does. It heats up and it.
Nah, bro, you need to.
I know
that's put in there and turn it.
Crazy.
Nah, but why do that when we can?
It does. It's like it's pressure.
I don't know about lighting the bottle on the bottom.
Oh my god!
I kind of want to try it.
I'm not putting the light on the bottom of the damn wine bottle. I'm not doing it.
I kind of want to try it.
Doing it. You want to do it? Take the bottle.
I got a lighter. I'm just saying. I got a lighter.
Take the bottle. I'm not doing it.
Experiments in here. We can.
Let's go for it. Did you find the corkscrew? If not, give me the bottle. We can get this popping. Yo,
I got 29.
Hey, let me do this. Shiz, I'm gonna run that new Bobby Valentino.
Let's do it.
Is that cool?
Yes. Ange, love you, Ange.
I'm gonna run that new Bobby Valentino.
My Wu-Tang.
I want to hear what it sounds like.
Hey, we got some newness.
Shout out.
And sent him some new Bobby Valentino. Y'all know who Bobby Valentino is.
Yeah, that's
We've
one of
got
my
some
favorites.
new and exclusive
He's one of my
right now.
favorites, too.
The world hasn't even heard this. Hey,
The world hasn't even heard this? Is that amazing?
Debuting. Yeah, they haven't even heard this yet. So, Serge, tell them, Serge.
All right, we're gonna drop this "Everybody" by Bobby Valentino.
Yeah.
Here on the Shizzle.
Right here.
We're gonna be right back.
Shout out to
Ange.
Ange.
Shout out to Ange.
Shizzle Show.
Round of applause for her, real quick.
Ohio Radio. Yeah.
There she goes. We're gonna run this Bobby Valentino. We're gonna be right back. I'm gonna put a light to this wine bottle and see if we can make some stuff happen.
We get.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Girl, you know I fuck with you and that's on everything. And I wanna believe everything you're telling me. I know you got a line up on the side. What you say you love me? Do you tell that shit to everybody? Everybody, do you tell that shit to everybody? Do you tell that shit to everybody? Everybody, do you tell that shit to everybody? 100,000. I know you're young and living, I don't wanna be selfish. I just want you to myself, I really can't help. Baby, ain't no secret, I know everyone you be with. When the check come, you leaving. Swear, gotta be a reason. How can something so right feel so wrong? What do I do? What do I do? Oh no. Walk it like you talk it, say you love me, I won't force it. Girl, you're gorgeous, I just wanna know before I give my all. Girl, you know I fuck with you and that's on everything. And I wanna believe everything you're telling me. I know you got a line up on the side. What you say you love me? Do you tell that shit to everybody? Everybody, do you tell that shit to everybody? Do you tell that shit to everybody? Everybody, do you tell that shit to everybody? Yeah, yeah. When you on the scene, it feel like everybody watching. All up in your business, they be Instagram stalking. How do I know? How do I know? I be doing it too. Yeah, want a nigga to take you out, spend that money on the first night. Met you on the gram, flew you out on the first flight. Walk it like you talk it, say you love me, I won't force it. Girl, you're gorgeous, I just wanna know before I give my all. Girl, you know I fuck with you and that's on everything. And I wanna believe everything you're telling me. I know you got a line up on the side. What you say you love me? Do you tell that shit to everybody? Everybody, do you tell that shit to everybody? Do you tell that shit to everybody? Everybody, do you tell that shit to everybody? Yeah, yeah. Walk it like you talk it, say you love me, I won't force it. Girl, you gorgeous. Do you tell that shit to everybody? Walk it like you talk it, say you love me, I won't force it. Girl, you gorgeous. Do you tell that shit to everybody?
Throwback Fanatic.
This is the Big Daddy Kane.
I am the diabolical Biz Marquis.
With Cypress Hill.
This is Eric B.
My name is Rock Kim. Right here on Yo.
Yo. Yo. Yo. Yo. Yo MTV Rap. Boy.
Check the vibe.
Back in the days on the boulevard, I lended. We used to kick routines and the presence was fitting. It was I, the abstract.
And me, the 5-footer. I kicks the mad style, so step off the Frankfurter.
Yo, Fife, you remember that routine? That we used to make spiffy like Mr. Clean?
A tidbit, a smidgen. I don't get the message, so you got to run the pigeon.
You're on point, Fife.
All the time, Tip.
You're on point, Fife.
All the time, Tip.
You're on point, Fife.
All the time, Tip.
So then grab the microphone and let your words rip.
Now here's a funky introduction of how nice I am. Tell your mother, tell your father, send a telegram. I'm like an energizer, cause you see I last long. My crew is never ever whack because we stand strong. Now if you say my style is whack, that's where you're dead wrong. I slay that body and El Segundo, then push it along. You be a fool to reply the fight is not the man. Cause you know, and I know, that you know who I am. A special shout out piece goes out to all my pals, you see. And a middle finger goes for all you punk MCs. Cause I love it when you whack MCs despise me. They get vexed, I will next, could not contest me. I'm just a fly MC who's 5 for 3 and very brave. On top remaining, no home training cause I misbehave. I come correct and full effect of all my hoes in check. And before I get the butt, the gym must be a wreck. You see my aura's positive, I don't promote no junk. See I'm far from a bully and I ain't a punk. Extremity of rhythm, yeah that's what you heard. So just clean out your ears and just check the word.
Check the time.
Oh yeah, I get around. Still clown with the underground when we come around. Stronger than ever. Back to get wrecked. All respect to those who break their neck to keep their hoes in check. Cause though they sweat a brother majorly. And I don't know why your girl keeps paging me to tell me that she needs me. Cries when she leaves me. And every time she sees me, she squeeze me. Lady, take it easy. Hate to sound sleazy, but tease me. I don't want it if it's that easy. Hey yo, bust it. Baby got a problem saying bye-bye. Just another hazard of a fly guy. Your ass wide don't matter. My pockets got fatter. Now everybody's looking for the ladder. And ain't no need in being greedy. If you wanna see me, try to keep a number, baby, when you need me. And I'll be there in a jiffy. Don't be picky, just be happy with this quickie. But when you learn, you can't time it down, baby doll. Check it out. I get around. What you mean you don't know? Check it go. I get around. The underground just don't stop for hoes. I get around. Still down with the underground clowns. Around they go. I get around. Yeah. Hey yo, Shai, let them hoes know.
Now you can tell from my everyday fits, I ain't rich, so cease and desist with them tricks. I'm just another black man caught up in the mix, trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. Just cause I'm a freak don't mean that we can hit the sheets. Baby, I can see that you don't recognize me. I'm Shock G, the one who put the satin on your panties. Never knew a hooker that could share me. I get
What's up, love? How you doing?
Right.
Well, I've been hanging, singing, trying to do my thing. Oh, you heard that I was banging your homegirl you went to school with. That's cool, but did she tell you about her sister and your cousin? Thought I wasn't. See, weekends was made for Michelob, but it's a Monday, my day. So just let me hit it, yo. And don't mistake my statement for a clown. We can keep it on the down low, long as you know that I get around.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack Mr. Magic Molly Mall. I let my tape rock till my tape pop. Smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stock. Way back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. Remember rapping Duke? The hard, you never thought that hip hop would take it this far. Now I'm in the limelight cause I rhyme tight. Time to get paid, blow up like the world trade. Born sinner, the opposite of a winner. Remember when I used to eat sardines for dinner? Peace to Ron G, Brucey B, Kid Capri, Funk Master Flex, Love Bug, Star Ski. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Call a crib, same number, same hood. It's all good. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. I made the change from a common thief and personal with Robin Leach. And I'm far from cheap. I smoke skunk with my peeps all day. Spread love, it's the Brooklyn way. The Moet and Alizé keep me pissy. Girls used to diss me, now they write letters cause they miss me. I never thought it could happen, this rapping stuff. I was too used to packing gats and stuff. Now honeys play me close like butter play toast. From the Mississippi down to the East Coast. Condos in Queens, in dough for weeks. Sold out seats to hear Biggie Small speak. Living life without fear. Putting 5 carats in my baby girl ear. Lunches, brunches, interviews by the pool. Considered a fool cause I dropped out of high school. Stereotypes of a black male misunderstood. And it's still all good, And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. You know very well who you are. Don't let them hold you down. Reach for the stars. You had a cool, but nothing in it. 'Cause you're the only one. I'll give you good and good. Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this. 50-inch screen, money green leather sofa. Got 2 rides, a limousine with the chauffeur. Phone bill about 2 G's flat. No need to worry, my accountant handles that. And my whole crew is lounging, celebrating every day, no more public housing. Thinking back on my one-room shack. Now my mom pimps an act with minks on her back. And she loves to show me off, of course. Smiles every time my face is up in the sauce. We used to fuss when the landlord dissed us. No heat, wonder why Christmas missed us. Birthdays was the worst days. Now we sip champagne when we thirsty. Damn right I like the life I live. Cause I went from negative to positive and it's all. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. Representing B-Town in the house. Junior Mafia, Mad Flavor. Yeah.
Something different.
feeling like a chameleon. But by some guy, oh my God, I'm so high. Cause they say you rhyme, they say you look like a gremlin. But what does it take to make a kid, make a million children? Slam, slam, slam. Let the boys be boys. Slam, slam. Make boys be boys. Slam, let the boys be boys. Slam, make boys be boys. I'm the nitty nasty gritty smasher, never slow gassing. Strictly swift blast of the raspy rasp fashion that I provide the USG. Besides the gutter vibe, make me flip like Jekyll and Hyde. Of course, I come across with the pure, for sure, unadulterated, uncut, raw, disgusting, busted. You wanna touch it too high, you forgot, you're not ready. Your head could get ruptured, hit between the eyes. I plan the fan, the lies, I supply the static, rule with the bad guys, the villains, crooks, highlighters, and the fighters. See the big black picture if you look inside her. My mind is graphic, expressing, graphic. Killer copycat action, it's all mastered. Directed it when y'all least expected it and thought it was safe. I just hit you in the face. So slam. Let the boys be boys. Slam. Make boys be boys. Slam. Let the boys be boys. Slam. Make boys be boys. I'm a b-boy, standing in my b-boy stance. Hurry up and give me the microphone before I bust in my pants. The mad author of anguish, my language polluted. Onyx is heavyweight, and still undisputed. You took the words right out my mouth. I walk a mile in my shoes. I pay so many dues. I feel used and abused, and I'm so confused. Excuse me, for example, I'm an inspiration of a whole generation. And unless you got 10 sticky fingers, it's an imitation, a figment of your imagination. But wait, it gets worse. I'm not watered down, so I'm dying of thirst. Coming through with the scam, foolproof plan. B-boys make some noise and just slam.
Relax your mind, let your conscience be free and get down to the sounds of EPMD. But you should keep quiet while the MC rap. But if you tired, then go take a nap. Or stay awake and watch the show I take. Because right now, I'm about to shake and bake. The E-I-C-K is my name, I spell. Thanks to the clientele, yo, I rock well. I'm not an MC who talking all that junk about who can beat who. sound like a punk. I just get down and I go for mine. Say check 1, 2, I run down the line.
To the average MC, I'm known as the Terminator, funky beat maker, New Jack Exterminator, destroying a ploy. When your rhymes are not void, never sweating your girl. Why pig? Cause she's a schizoid. When I'm on the scene, I always rock the spot. I grab the steel with the crown on top. In the beginning, I like to let my rhymes flow. And at 12, I press cruise control. Sit back and relax, let my rhymes tax. Maintain them C's while the doubly max. Always calm under pressure, no need to act ill. Listen when I tell you, boy, you got to chill.
Stepping to me, they wanna get some, but I'm the Kane, so yo, you know the outcome, another victory, they can't get with me, so pick a BC date cause you're history, I'm the authentic poet to get lyrical, for you to beat me, it's gonna take a miracle, and stepping to me, yo that's a wrong move, so what you on, Hobbs? Dope or dog food, competition, I just devour, like a pit bull against a chihuahua, cause when it comes to being dope, hot damn, I got it good. Now let me tell you who I am. The B-I-G-D-A-D-D-Y-K-A-N-E. Dramatic, Asiatic, not like many. I'm different, so don't compare me to another. Cause they can't hang, word to the mother. At least not with the principal in this pedigree. So when I roll on your rappers, you better be ready to die because you're petty. You're just a butter knife, I'm a machete. This made by Ginsu, wait until when you try to front so I can chop into your body. Just because you try to be basing, Friday the 13th, I'ma play Jason. No type of joke, gag, game, puzzle, or riddle. The name is Big Daddy, yes, big, not little, so define it. Here's your walking papers, sign it, and take a walk as the Canes start to talk, cause ain't no half-stepping. I'm the Big Daddy King. Ain't no half-stepping. I'm the Big Daddy King. Ain't no half-stepping. I'm the Big Daddy King. My rhymes are so doping, the rappers be hoping to sound like me so soon I'll have to open a school of MCing for those who wanna be in my field in court. Then again on second thought, the half-C's coming out sounding so similar. It's quite confusing for you to remember the originator. And boy do I hate a perpetrator, but I'm much greater. The best, so yes, I guess suggest the rest should fest, no mess or test your highness. Unless you just address with best finesse and bless the paragraphs I manifest. Rap prime minister, some say sinister, non-stop in the groove until when it's the climax. Climax, relax and chill. Have a break from a take of me acting ill. Brain cells are lit, ideas start to hit. Next, the formation of words that fit. At the table I sit, making it legit. And when my pen hits the paper, harsh. I stop to stand strong over MCs and devour with the power of Hercules or Samson. But I go further to left, cause you can scout my cameo and I still have strength. And no, that's not a myth. And if you try to rip or get whipped, the man with the given gift of gab, your vocab, I only ignore. Be sleeping on your rhymes till I start to snore. You can't awake me or even make me fear your son, cause you can't do me none. So think about it if you're trying to go. When you wanna step to me, I think you should know that ain't no half-stepping. I'm the Big Daddy King. Ain't no half-stepping. I'm the Big Daddy King. Ain't no half-stepping. I'm the Big Daddy King. Come on, man. LL Cool J is the number one.
Don't sweat the technique. Let's trace the hits and check the file. Let's see who bit the dissect the style. I flip the script so they can't get filed. At least not now, it'll take a while. I change the pace to complete the beat. I drop the bass to MCs get weak. For every road they trace is a scar they keep. Cause when I speak, they freak to sweat the technique. I made my debut in 86 with a melody in a president's mix. And now I stay on target and refuse to miss. And I still make hits for beats. Parties, clubs, and cars and jeeps. My underground sound vibrates the streets. MCs wanna beef, then I play for keeps. When they sweat the technique. Don't sweat the technique. They wanna know how many bombs have I ripped and wrecked, but researchers never found all the pieces yet. Scientists try to solve the context. Philosophers are wondering what's next. Pieces took to labs to observe them. They couldn't absorb them, they didn't deserve them. My ideas are only for the audience ears. For my opponents it might take years. Pencils, pens, and swords. Letters put together from a key to cause. I'm also a sculpture, born with structure. Because of my culture, I'm a wicked instructor. Technical style that'll be full of technology. Complete sights and new heights after I get deep. You don't have to speak, just see. And peep the technique. Don't sweat the technique. Come on, go, 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 go. Come on, go, 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 go. Come on, go, 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 go. Come on, go, 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 go.
1990, Sharp Rock jumps upon the scene with a lean and a pocket full of green. The green doesn't symbolize I made it on the top, but RoboCop last year was a shock. The tone of the Popeye cut shook your butt. Kids are screaming, the media says what? Kind of music is this for you to dance to? The man with the plan and the band demands you. Leave the smack and the crack for the whack, throw the ball and the knock, keep a smile like that. Leave the knife and the gun in the store and ignore temptation set by the nation. Racial game cause his pain needs a new rep. In your heart and mind, never forget who set Hawkins, and when you're walking, you know just one. Black on black, remember that, it's important. Anyway, the shunless one, bring forth the fun. No hatred, the summer's almost done. No time for sleep, jump in your Jeep and pump up the funky beat. Holy, beaver goes off, yo, smash it, then trash it. You're too young to be plumped in a casket. Just get your boys and bring the noise and just swing it. And party people, sing it. Go, 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 go,
Let the record loose, G! When you do the end of a dance, it is not the MC happy. Not the walk. It ain't too much. Stop! Love time.
Throwback Fanatic.
That's what, you know, we come to the Shizzle. And we back, and we back,
Yeah,
and we back.
yeah,
I hear it. It's
yeah.
the Shizzle Show. It's the Shizzle Show.
And now Shai's on it too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hold on, let me add
collaboration.
Yeah. And we
remix.
And we back, and we back.
Okay.
All right, so like, you know, Galen, you know what I mean? One of Dr. Dre piece. Hold on, let me tell you. Look, hey, Galen, man, holla back. You know, I think it's probably Galen's supposed to slide through. He just hit me through. Hit me through, huh? He just hit me.
He just
back.
hit you up. Yeah.
That's my man's in there.
Galen Graham, you know.
You know, I'm off of Facebook the rest of the night, bro. I have become the lightning rod for all Cleveland Browns fans.
Wow.
30 notifications. Oh, your team sucks. Thanks. Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Thanks.
because you
Thanks.
was bragging real
I know.
hard.
I was. I had that battle
Odell
flag.
Beckham signing.
I was like, we're going to the Super Bowl. No,
automatically thought that it was
Waterboy moment.
instantly on and popping when it takes a whole team.
Yeah,
to make it happen.
Yeah.
No, we good. We're still going to the Super Bowl when it comes to Tampa. I've been saying that.
You could buy seats.
We gonna have press passes.
I'm an Odell
We gonna
fan.
have press passes. Best
we-
believe, because it's in 2021, so that's plenty of time.
Bro, I'm an Odell fan. You know what I'm saying? Odell Beckham
The
getting
IGTV
for his
kick
game,
off.
not for his off.
And that's probably
his
how it
off-
goes.
You have a whole crew.
off field antics. But you know,
with
for
it.
his game, he's awesome. And I have a nephew, like my little.
Melanesian inspired
If
hairstyle.
y'all saw my nephew, he was just with Steph at the Steph Curry camp. Y'all saw
Oh
that?
yeah, I seen that picture. I seen the picture.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Everybody's not.
Shout out to little Mike. Boom, doing his thing.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, he was just with at Steph's camp, man. He was.
Oh, I saw the
Y'all
pics.
saw that picture with
I
my.
saw
Yeah,
the
that's
pics.
my little. Hey, my little nephew. He's going to the league.
Hey,
He's going to the NBA.
Tell him this. Tell him this.
He's going to the NBA.
It's predicted.
As
It's in
a
the future.
former college player who played with multiple NBA players, invest in your brain before your body.
He's got good surrounding because really, it's my cousin. It's my cousin, my older cousin, Mike. Shout out to him and Nicole.
Just love how you supporting the fam.
Saunders, and you know what I mean.
Oh, no doubt.
Hey,
you know what's funny
we
though?
unks to.
I'm sorry, you went personal because
Yeah, because he's awesome.
Get all
man.
sentimental.
we are built, and I
Yeah, man.
There's a DL
Shit, that,
Hughley
to me,
special.
that's tradition, bro. I'm built a certain way, so
yeah.
hey, that's.
But I think it's important to say that we are cultivated to invest in things that will not sustain us through the long term. We must invest in our brains as much as our body.
Oh, real life.
Hell yeah.
We have to
As well
because
as our health.
Yes.
Your health is very important. Like
all interconnected.
Yes. But all levels of it.
Just to sprinkle off of what topic you talking about right there.
Right.
But we wish for the money, we wish for everything else.
Yeah.
But our health, if we're not healthy enough to do so, to spend the money or live the life that we choose, then
you know, and
so health is very important.
It
Wish for
takes
your
me
health too,
to
yeah.
it takes me to a few different lanes. You know, LeBron James.
That's my man's ago.
LeBron.
People don't know this. LeBron.
I seen the new Zions too. I'm gonna tell
Held
y'all about that
himself
in a minute.
back.
You seen him? Them Zions.
He was held back in 8th grade to have the career he did in high school in
So
order
was
to
I.
go pro.
Really?
Absolutely.
Well,
And he
LeBron had to go
can
through what
you
he had to
confirm
go
that?
through.
Yeah, I was summer school too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but,
Bron-
I was there
but
too,
the
right?
thing
Yeah.
is, you have to prepare yourself for the direction and the trajectory that you want to travel. So he had a mindset early that he was protecting his body. This man, 23, 24 years old, he's eating, healthy.
Yep.
He's stretching.
Cryotherapy.
Yeah.
He's doing this next level stuff because he knew what he had.
That cryotherapy, that's very serious.
Bro, that's
we
very
I
serious.
hear you.
we so
I hear
often
what
don't
you're
know what we have, and we get used, we get abused, we get gentrified, we get
Gentrification has came along a lot these days. These
Right.
modern
Real.
days.
underestimated,
That's a
underappreciated.
good thing though, in a way.
I also think
You know what I'm
when you
saying?
say abused, I couldn't agree with you more. A lot of players get abused
Yeah.
before they even make it. You know.
Word.
You have to get
Especially
You
yourself
got to
the
go through a
person.
few things to even get there. That's very true. And
No
a lot
one
of the players come
celebrates
from
your
impoverished
intelligence.
situations.
Correct.
Yeah. So if any encouragement I have for him, because I unfortunately saw too much up close success from a physical standpoint to really embrace it mentally. I had to step back because I played high school ball with those guys who went and made $90 million off of shoes. McGrady, I played against him.
Yeah, you like a 6'9" brother.
And McGrady didn't really pop to his senior year.
But see, someone rescued him from his situation, and this is a story that many people
I
may
love
not
McGrady.
know. McGrady went to ABCD camp, but he went to ABCD camp with a guy who I played AAU ball with, Alvin Jones.
Word.
Alvin Jones went and played.
He went
pro-
to ABCD, to Adidas?
Absolutely, he went to Adidas. But
Yeah.
see, the numbers on the back.
I went.
You went to ABCD?
Nah, bro, I went to Adidas Pump and after
I went to UNLV.
No, I know you went to UNLV.
Yeah,
But like, this is the thing, right?
I'm saying like ABCD. Go ahead.
There's a connection.
ABCD was real.
ABCD
and
was
Nike
real.
was
that deal. So they give you
upper
numbers
echelon
based upon your rank, and McGrady had a number. And it was like, okay, he's asking because he hasn't been in this environment.
And he's
before.
8'6".
Absolutely, he's 8'6".
Right around
15 minutes worth of where I live.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That park where I
all day. The park. I played at that park. You know what I'm saying? And he's a little bit younger than me, so I played against him.
Is it Auburndale?
It is Auburndale.
There you go. I want to say Auburndale.
Auburndale.
See, I know
so
what I'm talking about.
He had the number on his back, right? He says, "What does this number mean?" Don't worry about it. Just go hoop. He's like, "No, I want to know what this number means." It's like, don't worry about it. And the number is like 1 through 250. And the number means where you're ranked among the players who are there.
I didn't know that.
Oh, I
just got to
this is facts.
Galen Graham.
This is facts.
Yeah.
What a game.
You know what I'm saying? His number was in the 200s. So he's looking at people who he knows he has more talent than, who he didn't come in knowing what the gravity of the situation was. So he came in and he started bawling his face off.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
And that's how he got to the prep school. And that's how he got to the league. But somebody who already, his father,
felt him.
Yeah, but he had that path.
Yeah.
I bumped paths with people, Vince Carter.
All right, so like,
but you have to know.
Show this. I just got a text from Galen. You see, Galen.
I'm picking up on the screen.
At the airport, you see.
At the airport.
He's still at the airport.
You see the airport picture.
Yeah,
because my man right here, Chadwick, is holding it down. He's holding it down. My man shooting the visual. You see, okay. So this right here is from Galen Graham, and I'm
block the number though. Block
look
the
him
number.
up, Google him. You'll see.
Yeah.
That's from Galen. You see Galen.
He
He says, "Bro, they bumped me up from my flight. I'm just trying not to go to jail at this point." What you talking about? Pulling up at the airport in Nashville. But that was earlier. No, that was earlier.
The airports be hard nowadays. Like,
this is from Galen Graham. Y'all see, I got this documentary. My man Chadwick, he's got it. He saw it. You know what I mean? He's got it on camera right here. Shout out to Miss Shai Ortiz. You know what I mean? Her significant other, Chadwick, holding it down visually. He saw the text message we just got from Galen Graham. So y'all know what's real here in the Shizzle Show. Like, I ain't bull jiving. Like, I put it out there. Like, this person's coming, and then all of a sudden,
I want to bring that
boom, boom, boom.
I want to bring the word jive back.
Like it.
Jive turkey.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you jive. There's a lot of jive turkey motherfuckers and boom, boom, booms out here these days.
Like, don't jive me.
No, you need to put jive turkey mofo on it. Like jive turkey, and then
that's so
jive turkey. Jive turkey can stay where it's at.
Yeah, for real.
But I do want.
Nah, hell no.
Jive.
All right.
I do want to be like, yo, stop jiving me, son.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, but there's no jive. Nobody's jiving us.
Exactly, but I know, but I'm saying in general. I want
but you jive turkey motherfuckers. Sorry,
jive turkey.
I'm sorry. I know I said it. Hey.
You know what?
Sorry.
You know what I feel like?
Sorry.
I feel like you're jiving me.
Sorry. Y'all know I keep it real clean. I keep it real professional. I keep it real nice here in the Shizzle Show. But hey, there are them. There are them. And I will say that there are them.
I can't appreciate the old.
I do not have a problem with saying it. That's what it is. And we try to stay away from those.
Yes.
Especially those on the Shizzle Show. All of us stay away from jive turkey.
Jive turkey.
I won't say it again.
For real?
I won't say it again.
Stay away.
Stay away. We stay away, Shai.
17 minutes left to film, everybody.
My man said, Chad was like, shit, we got 17 minutes, bro.
Yeah, we got 17 minutes on this SD card.
What'd you hear, bro? Go ahead, talking to the mic. What'd you hear?
Yeah, you gotta start.
Tell him.
You gotta start.
Chad,
He's very
talking
shy.
to the mic,
Chad.
man.
We got 17.
He says he is.
He's reserved.
You know what's actually funny?
Tell him, bro. Tell him.
You know?
Tell him.
Reserved.
Tell him.
We got 17 minutes left to film. It better be worth something, you know.
All right, whoa. Tell him, Chadwick. Shit.
Hit the gas.
Like, I ain't burning.
Tell him.
Gas
Wow, it better be, it better be righteous next 17. Tell him. Yo, okay, all right, so, all right.
Do you want me to record?
All right.
Do you want to have me record? Let's hit record now.
Hit record now. Hey,
Okay.
Chadwick.
We're recording.
You know, we gonna,
recording.
okay, so you, okay, hold up, because we gonna put bro on the spot, okay, because Galen taking a minute, and Jan will talk.
Taking a minute. But we out here filming
He's
right
talking
now.
about, like, let's put it on there, and boom. So we gonna talk about Chadwick. Chadwick, what's up, bro? Get on the mic. You know what I mean? On the spot now. You talk all that shit. You on the spot right here on the spot right now, son. Chadwick, son. What up? What up, Chadwick, son? What's up? Boom. Chadwick, what's up? What's happening?
What's happening?
All right, what's cooling? All right, how you doing?
I'm doing better than ever.
There you go.
You know what?
Hold up, Chadwick, where you at right now?
I got a vision.
Where you at? Where you at? Before you talk about your vision,
he said you got a vision.
where you at? Tell him where you at first.
Thank you. Bring it out of him. Bring it out of him.
Tell him where you at right now.
He was unsure about coming. So
all right.
he's like,
I was sure about. What you talking about? All right, so tell him where you at. Tell him where you at first, Chadwick.
He was like, wait a minute, what are we coming to?
Tell him where you at.
What do you mean we're going to be talking?
I was not unsure about coming. I was unsure about getting on the podcast. I thought I was just going to.
Clarification. He was unsure about talking. He was unsure.
Where you at, bro? What you tell him?
He was unsure about talking.
I'm on the Shizzle show.
All right, boom. So we're here.
Boom.
All right, so you was unsure about coming.
He was unsure about being on.
But Miss Shai said, nah, come with me. It's going to be awesome.
Yes,
you're here.
I did.
You're shooting footage. You're holding your lady down as well as doing what you do. How you feeling, bro? How you doing? Go live. Do your shit.
Yeah.
Go live on your own Chadwick shit.
You should go live.
I don't want to go live.
Check this out. Isn't Chadwick... there's no other names of Chadwick, but the dude that was holding down what's his name? What's the movie?
Which movie?
The Black Panthers.
Chadwick.
Boom! Chadwick, give me some, son.
He got the superhero name.
All right. So we don't know. Boom. There you go. Right here. Okay, so my man's chilling. He's here in the Shizzle show.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's getting introduced to all new people.
I don't go live very much. So
go live on the Shizzle show.
We're on the Shizzle show. We'll see who pops up. You know what I'm saying?
Let him pop up. Let him pop up.
He's gonna be about it. Talk about it.
She's like, what honey's gonna She looking like she.
No, I love it. Like actually, like I like the whole live idea.
Has he did this? Has he done this?
No, actually, I've been bringing Chadwick out of his shell. Actually, the way we started dating, I was like, "Hey, happy Valentine's Day. Here's your website."
There you go.
She did actually send that to me.
That's some cool stuff.
She's like,
for real, your website.
Very original.
She started my website, and I was kind of like, "Wow, all right."
Okay, so Chadwick,
girl that's not handing me a t-shirt.
Tell the people why she started your website, bro. What do? You
have to do something.
Tell them how talented.
She started my production company's website and was literally the next step of where I wanted to go. I told her, I was like, I need to take the next step and get a website because people have been telling me I need a website to book people, to show work, and she just went for it. So,
and you see,
and
where
what
he's at
do you
now.
do?
Yeah. What do I do? I own a production company, CGM Productions.
What type of production do you do, brother?
I started 2 years ago, and I just love video in general. So anything.
So
whatever you need, I will do.
Visuals.
Yes.
You help to
What is
capture
your vision and I will do
Kodak
it.
moments for the people.
You should see us at home.
Visual. That's what's up.
Where can the people find out what like the website or the
website? CGMProductionFilms.com.
It's also getting redone.
It's also getting redone right now. So we just
built our first wireframe for it.
Say that one more time.
We're building it up. CGM Productions. It's actually CGM Productions.
CGMProductions.com.
Go get your
Chadwick.
video.
Shai Ortiz. Shai, that's her significant other.
Yes,
She's
sir.
co-signing the situation. He comes in and he's holding down her visuals.
Yeah. Hey, it's a team effort.
I've had the camera in my face so far on the Shizzle show.
You're actually.
I got brothers in. Shout out to Gino Lexus.
We got another camera.
Now this is fam. This is fellow Full House Radio fam. Shout out to my brother Gino Lex.
And we're live. We're live, baby.
Yeah, go ahead. Turn him around. Catch it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Word. That's Chris. Gino Lexus.
Smell just green and beautiful.
Well, Chris. I love the earth.
I love it too. I'm an earth baby too.
Essence is smelling love. All right, so hold on. What my phone?
You did do that.
I love
This is Shizzle right here. Look at
Word.
we're on Shizzle show.
We on the Shizzle show. All right, so put this on your shit, Chadwick. All right, so my man got his shit popping. Okay, he shoots the visual. Okay, so he even got his feet wet. Shooting Shies.
His lady
Hello.
shooting her stuff. My man come through with the cameras. You see him prepared.
And the dope ass tripod.
And the dope ass tripod ready to go.
I see you got the microphone popping.
Yeah, no, he got the detachable mic.
That's a shotgun mic.
That
Shotgun
boom
mic. Got everything popping.
That boom boom.
So it's going down. And yeah, I just want to introduce my man on the Shizzle show, and do this thing.
I appreciate you showing love. I appreciate
Without a doubt.
that.
We all about love here. That's how we do it here in the Shizzle
That's
show.
what I was trying to tell
Hey,
you.
Gino,
A class
bruh, you are smelling lovely, homie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
I
real,
know.
right?
Damn, son.
Did I not just say that?
Damn.
I just
Hey, after the show,
you got?
you know what I'm saying? Damn. That shit is like to my nostrils.
I know. I'm for real.
He said,
I didn't really realize the afterwards, I'm sitting here talking. My man,
Like, you smell
like,
original
damn,
right
bro.
now.
Where'd you come from, California?
That is.
I know. I'm like,
Did
you just
Party
fly in?
favorites for after the show. You know what I'm saying? It was. That's
Did you just fly in high?
Biz, we on air, so I just best way I could, express it to the people. Yeah,
Yeah, you like, I like
You a
it.
cloud word. Hey, shout out to Biz too. It's Biz's birthday, man.
Oh, hey.
We kind of getting a little birthday celebration right here in the Shizzle
Personal
show.
New Year.
from my
Happy
man.
personal New Year.
I hadn't heard
Hey,
that
That is how
And-
I that's what I wish happy birthday
Y'all
for.
got it. Biz had y'all would have been on, all of y'all would have been on probably What's Real on Hip Hop. What's Real in Hip Hop? Excuse me. That was a hip hop
That's
show.
what he
A show
did.
that he had. That
Which
was
I'm gonna be
that's what he did
using that so I
initially.
can view all
And
your
then my man
YouTube.
got more seasoning, wanted to take his thing further, and he's got 2020 Vision,
I love
an
it.
independent movie,
Yes.
which I did a cameo in. Shout out to everybody involved. It's awesome.
Love it.
Director, get your shit together, bro, so we can have this editing process go a little faster.
Yeah, hey.
So
I
we
hear
can
that.
put
I
this
know how
out and
that
present
can
it
be
to the
tough
world.
sometimes. I
I've
do.
been rocking.
There's a lot of
Y'all see me
people
rocking the
that-
shirts.
Yeah.
Y'all see me rocking the shit.
Yeah.
2020
No,
Vision.
I know,
That's
I know.
business movie.
That's actually
So
it's so great
boom.
to be able to work with Chadwick because we have those no tier moments because we're on the same page on vision and stuff like. And sometimes it's so tough when you get that team.
Jealousy and envy are.
That's a real thing.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
It's real enough to make it to where I didn't know this is what it was.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I didn't know
Honestly, a
this is what
few years ago, I was working with a content creator. His name's Ryan. I won't say his last name. And, he actually held footage and destroyed the entire production.
My whole life, man.
held footage.
I wanted to go.
Held footage. You holding footage, mofos.
I hope it's not the same guy.
My life.
Come on,
Mary J. My life.
I hope not.
It's a small world.
My life.
It really
You know what I
is.
mean? Come
No,
on, you
but
hold.
the one I know is really a dope person.
Yeah, they can be nice, but
So
just
I hope
because they're
the
dope
last-
doesn't mean they wouldn't.
Yeah, I hope the last name is different.
Yeah, it might not be. It might not be, and it's unfortunate too, because that was
say
the
Brett,
jealousy
that's
that he was just mentioning, and that jealousy is like, oof, that's sin.
He did our first video.
Because this is the
You
thing.
know
Me
what?
and Gino Lexus.
Guess what?
It could have been further.
It could have been.
Hey, Brent,
Guess what?
you hear
used to
me
be
right
a good
now.
person like
Brent,
that. Knew him for years.
Brent, you hear
Sometimes fame changes you. Sometimes
Yeah.
Instagram followers change you.
You hear that?
Sometimes that like count changes
Yeah.
you.
Oh.
And it should never.
Speaking
It should
of
never change.
Hold
You
up.
know?
Speaking of change,
my life
I've had two people, and I was just on the phone. Shout out to Rim. I love you, Rim. She got 36 point something K. Took it away.
Yeah.
On top of that, because I was telling the
gotta
Rim
get
last
more
night to
than
make
that.
her feel better. Hey, Mrs. Hourglass.
Yeah.
She had us 100 and something K organic.
Yep.
Followers on Instagram.
Yep.
Somebody hacked both
Their
of
shit,
theirs.
yep. I hear that all the
It
time.
happened.
But this is where
Off of what
websites.
you're
This
talking
is what
about, the
I tell.
people that hold
But
so much
that's what-
value on
That's
that
what I'm
shit.
always trying to preach.
Word.
But
you got to be of
Can you help with that?
value.
And
to
that's actually
yourself.
what this girl, she would
Go
have came
ahead.
to me and she had 20,000. I said, okay, we're buying your .com. We're going to filter everything to that .com so that even when Instagram decides that you are
Your
worth
business.
too much
Give
and
me
I
some.
can't take your
Give
money
me some.
anymore,
Your
you
business.
still have your
This
own
is what Miss
platform
Shai does.
to exacerbate your message on.
There you go.
And this is not what people do. They believe in that Instagram, Facebook platform like they're on your side. They ain't on your side. They're a business. They don't give a damn about your vision. All they care about is how you filter through their algorithm.
Yeah,
exactly.
And that's that number.
So are you a beautiful woman? Are you already posting yourself with 160,000 followers, 360, 50, 500,000 likes on my girlfriends? Hit me up, because guess what? I'll take that, convert it for you into a real platform where you can make money off of who you are instead of what you look like, just only.
And I had to illustrate.
I'm all about that. I love that stuff, and that's something that all too often we whore ourselves out to these platforms. It's crazy.
Whore ourselves out too.
Yes.
Undervaluing yourself in your essence.
Yeah. And excuse my language for that. That's how frankly I put it.
Good.
Because I truly see it as a diminishing of spirit in the way that we present ourselves on these platforms often.
Yeah, because a real classy, real woman don't want to be seen in that
well, they just have a bigger message. They're like, don't get me wrong, like
a bigger message.
Because I think sexuality or bodies are different for everyone. Like you can post the most beautiful photos of yourself. They could be nude for all I care, as long as the message you're posting behind it is the right message. You could be anything.
Goes back to
Adam and Eve came
not
naked.
What you do, but how you do it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like, for me, like that's that whole thing. But those platforms take that away from you, and then now they're starting to go after people's accounts. So like overnight, she's gone. Who's this person anymore? You have no footprint besides your Instagram.
And if you hold super value on that shit, and that shit happens to you,
some people kill themselves.
And you've got these numbers organically, though.
Yes.
Like with the hundreds.
So how do you? But you did it organically
with
for their platform. More people went onto the Instagram platform to view you when they should have been going to your website to see you. And Instagram should have been an extension of your brand.
Shout out to Vicariously Me Marketing, because I have a
people undervalue.
We should be monetizing.
People undervalue their.
I agree.
You have no choice.
I agree.
You have to know your worth or monetize your worth. One of the two.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Hey, we got the wireless? No.
Nah.
No. Come talk.
Because
they can't hear you.
Hey,
Gino, they can't hear you, son.
The mic's over here.
Come over here, son. Come over here, son.
We've abused this couch.
Right here. Go ahead, son.
No, but for those of y'all who's paying attention to what's going on, there's a lot of people that's getting their accounts banned and flagged.
Yep.
A couple people that have they created a career off of YouTube.
Exactly.
Monetizations. They got thousands of hours of video.
Yep.
And the same thing with you know what I'm saying?
Like man,
that's the thing.
Superman.
Like this is something that it's like, and for people that don't really realize that, don't understand the vlog ability, the power of vlogging. Imagine you're a rapper and then you lost your writing book. You lost all the verses to, before you can even record the song, the verses they're gone. All the concept and everything that you had that you created is gone. Now imagine you did get it out there, and now all of a sudden you go to your Spotify or whatever your channel is that you listen to your music, and it's gone.
And I tell people all the time.
And people don't understand that.
They are not on your side. They are a money-making business. The reason that they promote your account is because you drive traffic to their ultimate goal, which is advertising and money. If you do not own your .com, or you are not trying to create your own platform or who you are, they will take you away like that. So when I hear these stories, it blows my mind. I'm like, how did you not get with me? How have we not talked about your .com and taking your conversion from Instagram, which is just a platform, an extension of who you are, to showcase that, like YouTube, like Facebook, like anything, and how are we not putting that on your .com? Why is it your Instagram.com shows up before your own name.com? That's crazy. That's crazy to me. When you type in Shai, I show up. Like who I am shows up. Instagram, Facebook is down a little bit lower, and that's how it should be. You should it blows my mind how many people rely on these platforms like they're their friends, like they got their back. Like they're not there for profit. Like they're not there to overexpose them, to just use where they're at in that social moment, exploit them in that social moment.
This episode right here is so
sick.
It's a priceless. It's a gem, because what you're talking about right here, I literally invested money in getting audiobooks and mentorship. Like
I hear that.
You have to pay for that information. People right now, they're getting this right now. And imagine if you do have somebody like yourself that's actually behind that platform. Because I have people that's like, as a rapper, they you want to have the quality. Shizzle mentioned it earlier. Quality is a big thing. Like what we do here in Ohio, That's our main thing.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Quality,
like Shizzle
real
Vision,
quality.
it will come out when
Yeah.
the quality is ready.
Right.
So now,
Shizzle Vision.
where you it's that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I love that.
I love
I
it. It's
love
gonna
it.
happen.
I love it.
It's gonna happen. We put it out
But
there.
no, but that's real. But Shizzle Vision needs to
Before
have
this-
its own platform that it drives people to Shizzle Vision, not to Instagram. Instagram, Facebook, and everything wants a part of Shizzle Vision.
You know when Shizzle Vision gets big is when it starts now.
No doubt.
Yeah, in fact,
You need to hear that.
going down.
I need to get ready.
Hey, we
ready.
we
You in
actually
the
got
ring.
Shizzle Vision popping off
You in the
right
ring.
now.
I'm just gonna-
But
you
we
in the
doing it,
ring.
you know what
I'm
I'm
sorry.
saying?
I wanna be in the ring with Instagram, though.
You in the ring. I'm
You
sorry.
know what I mean?
I don't know if
you should have been in there.
You
The
in
president
the
had.
ring.
You know what's crazy? What you're
Hey,
talking
throw
about?
blows.
Like because and it's not even a politics thing. Right now, I'm keeping to where this concept is.
Yeah.
The president had a summit, quote unquote, a social media summit or whatnot. And yet, the people that were banned or whatnot, they weren't invited. So it was just a show.
Yeah.
In the meantime, people who actually have careers,
Yeah.
you know, that this is
To
affecting
build
their
this.
family, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
absolutely.
So to know that all right, this happened, but now what are we going to do from there?
Exactly.
You know, so if you see that there's someone that's willing to help you get out there, and now you see, okay, now I know that these companies could just take me out
Take you
anytime.
take you
and,
out.
And they sell
can
your
just
business,
take you out
yo.
because
They
they
sell
don't
your-
like
yeah.
what you said.
Ex-
You
yeah,
said
it's-
one sentence in your verse,
And that's not
that
freedom of speech.
contradicted
That's
their liberal
it's against
thoughts
the
or their
Constitution.
thoughts on something. They're
It's deep.
super conservative thoughts, and then it changes everything. That's why owning your own platform, you becoming that, is so important.
Your own brand.
Websites are so
Don't sell your
underrated right
brand
now,
out
and
to
it just
people.
blows my mind. People are so concerned with posting BS photos, copywritten photos, reposting photos that aren't
Chicken
even original
sandwiches.
content. Yeah, to their
Whoa,
social media.
You took it to the Popeye.
Yeah, I did it.
Sandwiches.
Yeah, I did
That
it.
might be a sponsor of
Yeah, I did
iHeart.
it.
I don't know if you really
Yeah, I
want to
did
go
it.
there.
I got family in Bahamas. Yeah, I did it.
That chicken sandwich.
Yeah, I did it. I
Hey,
got fans
I
in
got-
Brazil. Yeah, I did it.
What?
Yeah, I got people in Venezuela too. And China too. No, my fault. Hong Kong. And they did it with a good
Hey, they-
peaceful
I got
protest.
people in
Absolutely.
Japan.
And Puerto Rico did it
Osaka,
too.
Puerto
Japan.
Rico, my Puerto Rico's still
Okay.
going through
Shout
it.
out
Yeah,
to everybody listening
You
to
know
us
what I'm saying?
worldwide right
Shizzle
now.
show.
Shout out to
for you, son.
everybody.
As well as my man Gino Lexus. We got it's worldwide.
Yeah, thanks, Gino,
That's
for
what it's
jumping on.
about, bro.
You know
It's
what
about
I'm talking about.
worldwideness. You know what I'm saying?
But
Yo,
it's
this
also about
platform is
understanding.
amazing.
Yeah.
Word.
You know, these free speech platforms are so important. And also, like, the just the conversations that we're having are very important because there's a lot of things going on behind our backs right now that we are unaware of. And, you know, and that is going to change how people do business, how people interact with each other, you know, what we consider our future digital presence and engagement. Like, I mean, there's just so much there. So I think it's really important for people to take ownership of their brand and their presence and who they are and what they're becoming and start sharing not only on their own platform, their platform, but all the extensions of it, you know?
Yeah.
And to recognize Instagram, Facebook, YouTube as an extension, not anything else but that.
Real talk.
Hey, you gonna plug into the conversation we on right now. Galen, can you hear me?
You
Yes,
there,
I
Galen?
can.
All right, so Mr. Galen Graham, he's jumping on a plane right now. He had a hindrance. All right, so Galen, you was at this, you know, at a convention with a new business venture that you was, you know, taking part in. You was trying to take some of the products with you, I guess, on the plane, and they stopped you, and it caused a bunch of a delay right now. Just for my Shizzle Show listeners, to let them know, you know how I'm authentic, brother. You already know I rock with me. You rock with me. So we right here. All right, so boom, we got Galen before he jumps on his plane right now because he couldn't make it to the show. Go ahead, let's let him know
Where you headed?
if that's what
I'm
it is.
actually headed back to Tampa.
Oh, perfect.
All right, so
What did they stop you for?
He had some
I just came from a hemp expo in Nashville, and I bought a whole bunch of products to bring back with me.
Excellent.
And it simply says hemp on it, but it
Yeah.
also has the flower leaf,
Which that's
embroidered
where
on
hemp
most of the
derives
products.
from, you know? Because, like,
Right.
like most
So,
botanists know, or most, like, general humans.
The lady that was checking me, I don't think that she was familiar with a lot of those products, so she
Unfortunate.
red flagged me.
Sounds
and
like
then
we need
got
better
a,
training with the
supervisor.
TSA.
Right. Which to tell you the truth, that's one of the laws that we're actually fighting for, lobbying for, is that they have more training to understand what this commodity really truly is to us.
Yeah, no, it absolutely is. Honestly, I have autoimmune disease, lupus, and hemp is a huge anti-inflammatory and pain reliever for me.
the CBD.
Yeah, all that CBD.
Yeah.
And, but hemp is the best protein, hair wash, fuel. I mean, we could go for
everything.
days. It's everything.
Everything.
So it's unfortunate.
Just for the state of Florida this year, this commodity brings $22 billion to us.
Well, God bless that commodity. Sounds like God's plan.
Right. So what's actually happening now is that Florida has given their laws. The agricultural director, Nikki Fried, has given those laws to the state of Florida. We're waiting as of October 1st, between October 1st and October 30th, to be able to grow here in Florida, and we're ready to jump on. And the state is kind of protecting the smaller farms now because all the big companies are trying to tumble in and then gobble up everything.
Word.
So Galen, where is Tomahawk Farms, brother? Tell them a little bit about that and how everything is evolving.
Okay. Tomahawk Farms is actually in Ruskin, right outside of Tampa. We have 50 acres there. We have an 11-acre lake, and we'll be growing hemp.
Excellent.
We have indoor hemp and outdoor hemp.
Go Ruskin.
I just also acquired a farm in Tennessee, here in Nashville, and we have 60 acres here. So right now we're putting together an investment team, and we're looking for land all over the place so we can grow hemp.
Got some friends that do real estate. I know they'd love to plant some hemp.
Hey, let's do it.
And this is your new business venture, my brother.
It's the best.
Yeah, along with also helping some friends open up a wellness center where you can go and get your medical THC cards.
We gotta go do some video.
Awesome. And that's going to be provided where at exactly? So the people can kind of know a little preview of where they can know to get involved.
Yeah.
It's 2711 Fletcher Avenue.
Oh, okay.
Nice,
and it's called Health Wellness.
Here in Tampa.
Right around the corner.
It's right around the corner.
Yes, in Tampa.
Awesome. Well, we gotta make sure everybody knows.
For real.
Yeah, so at least Tampa knows how much money we're pumping towards it. That's awesome.
Right.
Hey, what's your socials for it? How do we follow that movement? How do people get behind that? How do I go and look for that and then tell all my friends?
Well, I'll tell you what, man, it's a big culture out there. Just you can look at our page, which is Tomahawk Farms Florida, on Facebook, and the culture is really big. I just went to an event in Nashville. I'm actually going to another one in Dallas. Went to one in North Carolina, and the Black Farmers Association is really behind it right now in Florida. I'm actually one of those members.
Excellent.
It's moving pretty big. It's a big movement. And also, too, man, the hip-hop culture is actually getting behind it. You got a lot of farmers that are becoming, that are hip-hop artists that's becoming farmers.
Awesome.
I met with Young Buck in Nashville. with the G Unit.
Tennessee.
That's like
and he got 60 acres that he's farming out there. He's doing hemp.
And they're making jokes.
Who does?
Shout out to Young Buck. And that's beautiful what you're doing, because after what's going on with Colorado, I think it's a big deal for Colorado to be able to, tell the government you could keep your money and we'll take care of things ourselves off of the strength of, legalizing hemp. It's a big deal. So we really salute you, because you're going to help bring people jobs. You're going to help build the economy, and so many people don't even realize how much is going to improve off besides just the health situation. There's a lot of things that are involved.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna give you a little bit more insight on it, man. For the small farmers, these small farms have been here for years. One in particular, the farm that I had been there for 30 years, and it was a fruit farm. But these big companies are coming into these small farms and saying, "Hey, you're making $4 or $5 grand an acre. We're willing to pay you $14,000 an acre if you let us lease it," and they're getting all the land.
Wow.
So we got to protect those small farmers and let them know, man. Instead of giving it to them for 14, if you do it yourself, you can make 60,000.
That's that education that's so important. There's so many times that we all I hate to use this term, but to me that's just called hoodwinking. You just taking advantage of somebody that we shouldn't be doing that. I'm so glad to hear that you're doing that. There's so many people that need you to do that. So I'm happy you are.
Just look us up if you have any questions that I can help with as far as hemp is concerned, just look us up and hit us on our page.
What is that site?
Tomahawk Farms.
TomahawkFarms.com.
Spell it out.
Yeah.
Spell it out because Tomahawk.
Tomahawk.
Yeah.
TOMAHAWK.
For our illiterate
Farms. Farms.com. FARMS in Florida.
And as y'all hear in the background, my man is in the airport right now. You know what I'm saying? We catch him. He's supposed to be with us live here on the Shizzle Show, but due to technicalities on
due to improper TSA training.
Let's
call it what it is.
I'm
Improper
not
TSA
right
training.
now. At first, I was tripping at first, but it's all about educating the whole country on this commodity, man.
Absolutely.
So she got a lesson today, you know.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
Yes, she did. That's that educate. You know what, though? Those are the conversations we need to be opening up to each other more. Honestly, that woman being a government official should already know this. She should already be educated, and that just shows the breakdown in our system. And I'm glad that you're here because it sounds like you're going to help educate everyone. Let's get Florida going.
You know what was exciting? I'm going to tell you one of the biggest things about this weekend was meeting so many farmers that was women. They have a Women's Farmers Association, Hemp Association, and that organization was so big, just seeing them thriving in the industry. So that was pretty exciting.
That's very exciting. Honestly, I love growing. Personally, I grow an entire garden in my back porch. So I think females who I do.
You should have brought some of that.
I know. I be growing kale.
I see what's going on.
How do you think I make my mojitos? Okay, I grow my own mint for mojitos.
I'm trying to see what's up.
It's very difficult to regulate growth.
And take my word for it, man. Next year, I guarantee you, Florida's going to open up the THC game to all the farmers that's growing hemp right now.
Absolutely, and it should be. Honestly, I've been a huge supporter for over 10 years. I have autoimmune disease, and
the medicinal purposes.
the medicinal purposes of medical marijuana and medical cannabis is everything. It really helps me as a person. So I truly believe in the medical properties of it.
And I was endorsing this product at a previous situation I was at with the radio Shizzle Show. I was endorsing a product called it was called Quantum, and it was a CBD water, right? And through water, the CBD is dispersed through the body in the fastest type of way. Okay, that's first and foremost. And then what made me get involved was there was a little fella. He was having seizures. It was a little kid. And it wasn't working for him, everything else, all this medical field, all this other stuff. So his mom was putting a couple little droplets of CBD oil in his water. In his milk. In his milk. And then the seizures drastically came to a demise, and then it went to nothing.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It went to nothing. It didn't have any anymore. So, man, the medicinal purposes of the cannabis plant and the uses and everything.
Yeah. There's also just time to change the laws and a bunch of things. There's so many good things that are going to come out of it. There's so many individuals who have suffered, legal challenges they should have never suffered as individuals.
Anxiety.
There's so many. The criminalization of it has been just detrimental for our country in so many ways. I mean, even me, when I would my electronic purchase companies, we would always hire people who possibly had a weed charge. It's like, really? You wasted $10,000 on this guy?
Whoa, right? And I see in New York, they just now abolished all of the
stopping frisk.
That's the proper terminology. Decriminalized.
The thing is, you don't get those years back.
Yeah,
you don't get the essence.
Exactly. Because there's a lot of people going away for many years for.
But you know why? Because if it's legal now, I had to address this.
But they couldn't find a way to tax it. Now they have a way to monetize the marijuana situation.
But you know what?
The government has a way.
Never been there.
That's garbage.
Hey, I gotta say bye to y'all. They calling me on the plane.
All right, no doubt.
Appreciate you.
Good talking.
All love, brother.
Tomahawk Farms.
No doubt.
Tomahawk Farms.
No doubt.
They know where to find you.
You about to have a bunch of followers.
All right, peace, brother.
But you know what? I don't accept that excuse because why?
Yeah, I agree.
We can tax food.
I get it.
Come on, man.
I'll call you tomorrow, brother.
You can say no tax on food. You can say tax on food.
Yeah.
FDA. Come on, man.
You're not
gonna sell me that. You're not gonna
know
sell
what
me
it
that.
is, man. It's pharmaceutical company in
Exactly.
bed.
That's exactly
so
what it is.
many.
Hey, so that was Galen. He was supposed to be here with us, and we were supposed to be talking
Shout
about
out to
that.
Galen.
And we had it. We would have had
Thank
an
you so
extensive
Well, that's
conversation.
dope that you did that.
That was
because
wonderful.
You dropped so many gems just from.
Yeah, that lets you know we real though. Like, damn, Galen's supposed to be here. We could catching him.
Exactly.
I hit y'all on some real shit.
Yeah,
because while we conducting the show, I'm talking to people, and he's in the airport, and this was his delay. I'm like, bro, just talk to the people for a second.
Shizzle, I don't want you to lose your Instagram followers, though. I want you to lose your Instagram followers.
I don't have that. I told you I'm a body
That's
cake.
his brand. But that's what makes his brand though, because not everybody could do that.
Yeah,
not everybody. Some people they gotta go through so much paperwork and all that red tape. Like he could do that and be like, hey, by the way,
I can body cake and be good.
Because that's what happens in the real world. In the real world, things happen just like that. So
I
you
know
gotta
real
stop
people.
and you gotta just edit whatever it is you plan.
And that's what we
doing.
on Galen, and that's like
Definitely no real people.
Shout out to follow that up with along with Galen Graham. Shout out to Sly Piper along with Dr. Dre.
Yes, yes.
Y'all know. Salute.
Keep spreading.
Yeah, that's cool.
Absolutely, it's cool.
Creative content is creative
That's
thoughts.
real Dr. Dre and real Sly Piper
So
I'm talking
true.
about.
Gotta be provocative.
Word, Galen Graham. Appreciate you, brother.
provocative.
I'll call you tomorrow, Galen. You probably still listening. If you didn't have to go board your plane,
Definitely.
you know what I mean. I'll call you
If you
tomorrow.
got your phone on while you on the plane,
Word.
it's all good, man. I had my phone on too, and they told me turn it off. I had to watch Netflix, cuz.
You know,
Shout out
honestly,
to Netflix,
you know what's
bro.
crazy is it really
That's
actually
Sticks and
doesn't matter if
Stones.
your phone is
I
on.
like
or not.
Chappelle's music.
Very controversial,
They
but
actually did that.
Hey, and shout out to Hulu and whatever they okay. Woo,
trying
all
to
your
think
brothers
y'all.
okay. That hey, shout out. Hey, I love
Shout out
that.
to
Woo
Feist.
saga.
Yo, you know why you mentioning that?
That power. Shout out to power.
Don't say
Hey,
nothing.
I can't believe Ange got
Stop that.
Shout out to power.
Hey, I ain't watched 3 episodes, homie.
Yeah.
I already know he's supposed to be on the third. He's supposed to be on the third. Shit, on the
Big
we're
business
on the
live.
third
Third
now.
season.
I watch that on demand.
I watch it when it comes out.
Hey, it's real. It's real.
Yeah, for
Nah,
real.
Tommy and Ghost feud is
Yo,
real.
I don't even
It's
think
real.
facts
son.
though.
Hey.
But I don't
Go
even
ahead.
think people realize that Amazon, like Prime, got that video thing going on.
What?
Like, you know, you got if you pay for your Prime, you can watch movies on your
Yeah,
phone.
you can. You can watch
Yo,
everything. I know.
I've been paying for Prime for a long
bro.
time.
That's what I got.
Cinema
I didn't even know
APK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cinema APK.
Yeah,
They
that's
got,
the
you
one.
got the
Well,
music.
yeah, well,
Serves
you got the music. Too.
love, homie.
Yeah,
Like-
wait, Cinema HP. Yo, you gotta
Hey,
hook
even
it up.
Sandman,
I
even
put him on
Sandman. Shout out to
that.
Sandman.
Yeah,
Everybody's
bro.
like, he's wondering. Hey, bro,
I put him on that
it wasn't
sometime.
hey,
You
like,
watch some old
Cinema APK.
Yeah.
I didn't see the
Yeah, I told
saga.
Sandman and I said, yo,
It
sugar,
worked
y'all
because
need
I
to
don't
watch
look at
that.
TV, right? I don't look at TV. I don't look at TV. We all so and another thing, I've seen all 4 of Mike's and Men with the Woo joint that was on
Yeah.
Showtime.
I
So
still
Showtime,
haven't watched it.
I saw.
see
It's
that?
awesome.
All on cinema.
Yeah, I know. Sick,
Cinema
bro.
APK.
But they don't have this movie.
You don't need
They don't got every movie though, but they good.
You don't need Netflix.
Yo,
You don't need none of
Nah,
that.
bro.
I got them all.
You just need that.
And that's Hulu.
Hook up.
That's
See the
Hulu.
internet.
That's
Everything.
Yeah.
That, I mean,
hey, the
everything.
government
That's
cheating.
everything.
Why can't we?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They how many taxes did they get
Pretty
cut
sure the
and
last
all
time we
this?
looked, we built all the cable companies.
Big
So.
facts, though.
You know what I'm
Pretty
saying?
sure we laid all them ground wires.
It's
That was
been
us.
lit.
Right.
You know,
Them
and then we
railroad tracks
decided to
for
let a
real,
major
for real.
conglomerate that controls a monopoly profit off of it. Considering what there's like 4 major.
Man, we in an age. It's a digital age.
You're in
bro.
a digital age, but also in an
Everything's
age to create transparency.
Everything's game.
Are we really in the age of transparency, though?
I think that we are in an
We got no
age where,
choice.
like, how about this?
Hit
So
me.
when my
Hit
dad
us.
used to go to, he did Desert Storm. He did war. He went to war.
And my
father.
stepdad.
All right.
Oh,
You
I
do.
was in Germany.
Okay, so
I was
yeah,
in Germany when my
respect.
stepdad
Let's talk.
went to war
Okay,
Desert
my
Storm.
dad was not able to articulate to us at
can
all
feel you on
what
that
was
military
going,
tip.
what was going
Go
on
ahead.
in that war, what was going on behind the scenes, what was going on out there. Okay, now while we may get a bias scene of it currently, we still get a scene, a clip, a glimpse that we never got before. So if I say transparency, I think that our digital age has allowed us to understand more transparency. I didn't know what was happening to the little
More-
kid in Syria.
I can go-
I didn't
yeah,
know what it
I
looked
can
like
go
to
with
watch
more
him get blown up.
transparency.
I didn't know what it looked like to watch his family cry, his mother carry his body. I didn't know what that looked like.
I'm
But I
assuming
do
you're
now.
You call that transparency?
I call that
But
transparency.
that's on that end of things, right? What about the fucking bullshit?
Well, see that's for us to call out.
There's a whole bunch of that on there too.
Somebody wants to call the bullshit.
I see where she's going.
I wish transparency.
I wish what she's
would
going.
be
if we didn't have that
more
transparency,
of what we view visually than the bullshit.
But you know what?
Because there's a lot of
you got to put out good content.
Think about police and body cams.
Yeah. Oh, best thing ever happened.
Like is like because you get a perspective.
Police brutality's been going down for a long period.
Yeah, but now we have accountability.
But now, when you see it, is it transparency or is it authentic?
And you know what? Regardless of whatever you have to say about the law enforcement, I'm gonna hit y'all.
But it's allowed to be there now where we didn't have it before.
I see where you're coming from.
Let me hit y'all with a perspective.
We have that now. We have
Let me
that
hit y'all with an overall view. Point perspective on the law in the app. Yo, if there was no polls, it would be mass chaos here. So people want to hate on them and say, okay, police brutality, and they're targeting, especially me. I'm a melanated brother, you know what I mean, and understand how it goes down for the black man. But realize on the overall, the collective of the overall globalness of everyone. If there was no type of police force, what type of chaos and chaoticness would be out here?
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
people don't really think about that on the overall tip.
But then also too, that goes back to like how because guys, we had no power in like Puerto Rico for 11 months. No police.
If people, even in their minds,
exactly, that's what I feel like too.
We didn't kill each other.
I feel like we would police ourselves just as well.
I think we could govern themselves.
You know why?
I think so.
But those words, police and govern, have a certain type of
yeah, exactly.
They
resonate and different.
There's a difference between police and govern.
When's the last time a police really saved people, bro? It's come on, man. Like we hear, but they shoot somebody after. Listen, they shoot the guy after the mass murderer already killed people. So you could call somebody a hero or say he's stopping the job. But if anybody that had a gun that had the proper sense and the proper training knew what was going on, I bet a lot of mass murders could stop. A lot of things is we put our power to people that shouldn't have that power. And then whenever they mess up and break the law, they don't get persecuted the way we do. So they put themselves literally above the law. Right now at NYPD, you got people that's sodomizing people and doing all this craziness. And when we find out about it and got the body camera footage, they get penalized and come back to work. We do that, we ain't going back to work. And we get banned.
There's a conflict of interest.
I mean, look at HSBC.
Damn, I didn't open up a can of worms.
I'm gonna leave it like that. It's
just, you're right, but no.
Puerto Rico, now get this. My uncle in Puerto Rico, whenever Hurricane Maria did his job, and nobody wanted to go to places that where you gotta go through hills, you actually gotta get off a car and get to those people. No one was doing that. The government and all these people that everyone was spending money, they weren't doing that. It had to be people that was going there and staying in front of people's houses and keeping people from raping kids and making sure that whatever animals out, that's not regulated because the lights are out. So it's game time.
But it's like see, the thing is though, come to my house. Come to my house. I'll show you how Jesus walks.
People run shit.
All right, like come to my house. I will show you how Jesus walks.
And we need more houses like that and mentalities like that.
And that's why you got to keep going.
Yeah, but I mean, because I got a whole weapons cabinet full of the Lord. Let me tell you what.
You see him.
You know,
and when he said his name,
she means a weapon. You mean a weapon with a player?
Absolutely. I got a whole this right here, a whole weapons cabinet. You guys, I'm not talking about all my rifles that I got. You know, I stored at home.
People got confused.
Because your weapon these days,
I got a whole weapons cabinet.
Try to stay played up.
Now let me get you wrong. Now, if you walked on the side of the devil, you better know that God also giving me
that's your artillery. Stay played up.
The determination of your voice could have confused people.
Hey, don't get me wrong. Let me find out you walk on the side of the devil. He also gave me a whole gun cabinet.
The way I look at it, man, I think religion been so hijacked. If you already have the power within you, it don't matter what you touch. Even your phone can be blessed.
Absolutely.
And that's what I think people forget about.
I agree
and that's
with
what
that. That's
think about it. So it don't matter whether it's
blessing.
the gun or whether it's you freely feeling like, you know what? If something pops off around me, I have the faith that I'm gonna be all right.
Absolutely.
I don't need to have a gun with me all the time.
May no weapon be formed against you. No weapon.
Life and death is in the tongue.
If you happen to be in the power,
may no weapon be formed against you.
Exactly. Prosper.
So now, if something happens to
life
me,
and death is not in the gun. It's in the tongue.
Yo, David and Goliath. He used the rock. You mentioned about Cain and Abel. So it's like it's
how you bring life with a gun.
It's your power.
It's true.
It's your power. It's what you put. Just like this show, it's the power you put into it. Anybody could do a podcast. Anybody could get some microphones.
Anybody can get strapped up.
The energy is what makes it.
Forgot about the back.
So that's one of the realest things. But yeah, while y'all talking about that, you know how we do. Drop our gems.
For real. Cause shit, I'm slipping because I love to have the instrument.
Shizzle show.
We've been talking, bro.
Like, who is it? No.
Nah, we've been talking for real. This has been awesome.
This is what's up, people?
This is called those world
Hey,
champions.
Galen, brother, if you listening, man, safe flight, bro. Yeah,
Galen. Hey, Tomahawk Farms, we're gonna come. Dessert's gonna come
Tomahawk.
visit you.
Hey, Tomahawk Farms is gonna be right down there.
Ruskin.
I'm pretty sure that's 20 minutes from CGM Productions. I'm pretty sure that's only like 20 minutes.
Documentary series.
Real talk. No, a hemp miniseries. I would love that. That would be so fun.
Why not?
Yeah, let's do it.
Look, I'm trying to.
Hey, there you go. Netflix, Galen. Hey, Galen, you hear that? We're trying to make a Netflix film.
Word.
Okay?
We got the right.
Hey, I'll be the narrator. Galen is listening. Trust me.
We got the whole chat.
If y'all were talking about a film, we definitely gonna set up another meeting.
Oh yeah, no, we got that. I got into a little bit. I told him a little bit about it.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Hey, as a matter of fact, hey, bro, hold up, Peg. Hey, since you here with me right now, you here with Gino? Y'all was talking about some type of movie or some shit. You hit me the other day in my inbox. You want me to be on some movie?
Oh yes, you play a major role. We're ready to start writing the script, bro.
What movie y'all want me to be in?
It's a story.
I'm down.
Right now we can't talk about it. Right now we doing.
I'll tell you what it is.
Me.
Hey, it's called Blood Sessions.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's based off of the show Blood Sessions.
All right.
And it's based off of the radio station.
Yeah, but we're gonna keep it at that.
But that's all I'm gonna say.
There's more to it.
You're gonna love when you hear what's gonna happen.
But no, you're acting in this though.
Yeah.
Like it's a.
But you're gonna be yourself.
But believe me, you're gonna love this part.
I can be Shizzle.
Bro, you're gonna love.
We got stars in it. She already wants to be in it.
Right, and we got locations already down.
Star. How's she doing?
Bro, she's doing real good. Yeah, her show's doing fantastic.
Yeah, we like the squad is just
him and Tone Capone and Spaceship.
Everybody, man, Waves, all of them, man,
and everybody's here on the team.
Everybody,
Guru Speaks started yesterday.
Oh, and the homie Just
exactly.
Shout out to Just. You know what I mean? Everybody.
Blunt Sessions.
Blunt Sessions.
G-Talks.
But the movie's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Word.
Bro, wait till you hear the concept and how the presentation.
Yeah, it's going to be dope.
Y'all got a screenplay.
Yeah, I got the whole line already wrote down.
Yeah, he got notes, I got notes. Bro, yeah, so.
I wrote it down in one night.
Word.
Yeah.
As long as I'm playing, some cool cat that's lit.
Bro, you going to play
awesome
you.
Shit.
You going to play you, bro.
With a twist, though.
Shizzle.
It's going to be a good twist.
Yo, today's been awesome, man.
Yeah, man.
And I'm glad we got to show y'all that, we really mess with Galen. Galen's one of Dr. Dre's right hand. I don't want to put all that out there. I'd rather for him that came on and told y'all that.
Yeah, when the time comes.
Because I've been rocking with Galen for a minute, but, I got to get, you ain't going to have this dude on there. Yeah, this brother's in the airport right now.
That's what
Boom,
it is.
I'm going to call him. You see, I really stay in touch.
We
stay in touch.
Facts.
That's what's up.
That's
why I did that.
Well, that's what the thing about this is, like, we really
do this. Like, I ain't talking like
I
don't be doing that.
But
like, we really do this.
Shows it's a family with us. Like back in the day, before everybody was able to just go online and message each other, you had to actually go get up and be at someone's crib.
Yes.
Like, hey,
when you had to make plans, you had to make plans.
Yeah,
exactly.
People showed up.
Yeah, they did.
They actually showed up.
People be texting me 5 minutes before they just show up. I'm like, Are you kidding me right now?
I'm gonna hurry up. All right, bet. I'm ready. And it was nothing.
No, I don't even text you back. You better call me.
They're like, nah, you can't come over now.
I'm terrible at text messages.
Come on, son. Like, let's hang out.
Yeah, chill.
No, they don't hang out. No, exactly. Gang. Like, that's how it should be. Like, close.
Shai said gang.
Oh, that's my Cardi B.
Yeah,
what the hell? See, that's that new age stuff today.
She said gang and delete it.
I mean, we could just say kin.
Nah, I'm ending it. I'm ending the show right now with Shai saying gang. That's enough.
All right, shout out to y'all.
This Shizzle show, man. Appreciate everybody that tuned in today.
But today, Shizzle
all
and Shai.
Shizzle and Shai show.
Shizzle and Shai show.
Here on.
And shout out to Biz, man. It's Biz's birthday. Happy birthday to my big homie right now. You know what I mean? My
New Year.
Shai's homie. You know what I'm saying?
To you.
Yeah. absolutely. Bring in another year. Like, that's your birth year, so you are ready again.
Yeah. Hey,
like
Gino, man.
reborn.
Shout out to you sliding through, homie.
Yeah, it is. It's your personal new year. That's the real new
Gino
year.
Lexus.
That's the mind
Y'all
new
check
year.
out Blunt Sessions right here.
Every time.
On Florida
It is.
Radio.
Y'all can see this.
Chris, my homie over there, Chris. You know what I mean? My man just got a fresh trim on his dreads. Shout out to my homie Chris. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
That's my man.
Boom.
Really? Like
Sergio,
I love
you already know, homie.
All right, brother.
You already love. Oh, Sunday. Excuse me, Saturday. Sergio, I haven't even told you.
Saturday.
Where you gonna be? Hey, Saturday.
Okay.
We will
This
be
Saturday coming up.
Okay. We will be at Executive Sound Studios.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. You know how we held it down
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Master P? We're doing an exclusive with Benny Siegel.
Word. Beans?
Biz.
You see how he just gives us this information
I
on the
just
spot?
tell you, man. I'm just telling y'all this right now.
By the way, we gonna be.
I'm just telling y'all this right now. Hey, Beans.
All
Beans. Next Saturday. Beans. We'll be at Executive Sound Studios.
Word up.
And we got the exclusive like we did with.
So
Master P.
can I go up to him like, yo, you either gonna get down or you gonna lay down?
Or lay, And no, I'm telling you, hey,
Yeah,
next
that's dope.
Saturday. I didn't even tell y'all.
No.
Well, breaking
Yeah,
news.
I'm
That's
Hey,
Yeah,
what?
yeah,
You
right
bring
now.
the cameraman.
So that's next Saturday?
You know,
Yeah,
you
next
know what's
Saturday.
so crazy?
What time?
Because I was watching interviews. He's
meet
got a
and
little
greet
bit
is-
of a beef though with Meek.
I thought they beat.
I don't know what the fuck they got on, but we gonna.
thought they
I
sealed
don't know
that
if
up.
we gonna
It's a
talk
little
about
bit of a
doing an
situation,
exclusive.
though.
But we
A
got
recent
Beans.
one?
We can ask him
Next
about
Sat-
it.
Relatively, yeah, because he don't move
Hey,
how Beans
but for
move.
real, we
One
got
more time.
Beans. We got Beans between.
Because I
5
might have
and
to
8.
make some adjustments to the schedule.
Saturday. The meet and greet is between 5 and 8.
That's a conversation.
Media time is for us.
And that's out in Clearwater, right?
Clearwater at Executive Sounds Studio.
I'm gonna have to talk.
Shout out to Brandy and Jay.
I gotta talk to Star and make some moves. We gotta move some stuff.
Hey, that's going down. We got the
yeah. No, that
What
takes
time
precedence.
exclusive.
What time for
Shout out to Gen TV.
Probably like 5-ish.
Vibes.
Shout out to
Alright.
Vibes.
All right.
Yeah,
sir.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll be ready. I'll have the camera. All that.
Lady P.
Vibes.
And we get
Yeah,
video
I
footage.
didn't even tell y'all that.
Yeah, that's dope.
And I'm really telling these brothers this on air right now, live for y'all.
No, I believe that.
I
Yeah,
really
I
am.
was just talking to executive right now. That's crazy, bro.
Because it just went down last night. I just sealed it last night.
Word.
So next
Yeah.
Saturday, we'll be with Beans.
We good to go.
We'll be with Beans for this.
Say less, say less.
Word.
I got all that. You
At
know what I mean?
executive. All right. Yeah, we will. And then
Yeah,
like
got the
later on,
exclusives.
the show we got Out of Line. They're performing. We'll be in Orlando. If we can all go to Orlando,
Bro.
all right. So check it. The plan for next Saturday will be in Executive Sound Studios.
All right.
Do the exclusive with Beans.
Got it.
And then we on the road to Orlando to perform. Beans is performing, and
What
we.
time is that? I saw the
That's
Gen TV
after.
situation.
We'll.
Well, what time is the
It's between 5 and 8 at Executive Sounds.
All right.
That's meet and greet for the public.
Okay.
We'll get our shit.
No, I feel you. No,
You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm selling.
Now I'm letting y'all.
Product for
Hey, and
2020.
we media passing,
All
so
right.
we good.
Gotcha.
On all.
All right. So next Saturday.
Say less. I got you.
Yeah.
Odds are it might be before Stars chopping it up Stars here. So
Yeah,
maybe even
yeah.
bring her along. Who knows?
And this is real. I ain't tell y'all niggas this.
Word up.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Saying
Just keep the
dropping
21st.
N-bombs.
Keep the 21st open though, because I gotta judge an event. So
Hey, but
don't
if
go
you need-
booking like
Hey, if you need
Jay Z
backup-
enough in
Different day, but
on the 21st.
Hey,
Not
but
really.
if I could run the board,
Yeah.
because that's how I do.
Oh yeah,
it.
yeah. You could
Talks.
do that. You could do
Yeah.
Hey, what now? Tell them
So
what you
the
got going. Tell
21st
them.
that. No,
Tell
21st.
them.
21st. I'm
What's that?
judging. There's a hip hop competition
Yeah.
at Pegasus Lounge. Shout out to Poet Vibes. I'm gonna be a judge.
Biz, catch Shy. Tell them we're gonna take pictures.
Yeah.
And all that.
Yeah, no.
All right.
Saturday, September 21st.
Go ahead,
I
Serge.
believe it's a Saturday.
Nah, Serge, drop it.
Yeah. Saturday, September 21st, I'm gonna be at Pegasus Lounge. I'm actually judging a hip hop competition. So if you are listening,
Lit.
you better not bring your track with your vocals on it, because I will laugh at you. I will make fun of you. But I do need an English accent, so it doesn't look like so much of an asshole on my part. It's still gonna be correct.
No rap overs.
No,
more.
don't do that. You come with your
Free our live
performance
cats,
tracks.
indie cats.
If you're
Every
serious,
judge is different.
No rap
but
overs.
We're gonna judge real.
Yeah,
you know
no,
what
I'm
saying?
gonna
Know
be
your
real
shit.
about it. I got
Know your
12
shit when you
It's
come
about
in.
show.
I
It's
got
like
10 plus
performance.
years in the
heart.
game. Like,
Come with
I
some
know what
heart.
I'm doing.
No,
How
your
many
shit when
events
you come
we've
in.
done, bro?
Bro,
Like
plenty.
we've had plenty of events where it's
So
like,
I got 10 plus years in the game.
Yeah.
Please
Hey,
leave
Pegs.
bring your performance tracks.
Yeah.
Winner gets $100. Ladies, come.
we're at
support your
Surge.
man
We're at
at
Surge.
the Pegasus Lounge.
Pegasus Lounge.
Word.
Best dressed female will get $50 just for being pretty.
There you
Go
go.
for it, girl.
And it's
Just
gonna
for
be a good
caring.
thing.
Just for caring about
Just for
yourself.
caring.
You
Just
know
for
what I'm
showing
saying?
up and supporting
Just
your
for
man.
showing up
Yeah.
beautiful. Just for showing up being beautiful.
Yeah,
Hey, what's up with blunt sessions?
We coming back.
Both of y'all brothers is
We're
right
gonna
now.
come back.
Yeah, that's right.
We're gonna come back October.
Word. Because right
My
now
birthday. My birthday's October 5th.
We're
When
gonna
y'all coming back?
I want you to come. So it'll be Thursday, whatever Thursday, the first Thursday in October is.
I'd love to come.
I'm trying to lock in Sandman.
Bro.
I'm thinking
I
about
love
have
it.
Sandman the first show.
Hell yeah.
I'd love to come and do the first one session.
Yeah.
To bring him back
For the best one for the new season. I
Hey, bro,
I want
that's
to wait
after,
till we relocate.
that's after the Best of the Bay Awards because
Yeah.
Best of the Bay is at the 25th.
We were actually nominated.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, we
I
were
catch that.
nominated
What
for
you
that.
trying to catch
yeah.
yourself?
Bro, see?
Yo, no.
Let's all go.
We went live, so we're catching everybody
Yeah,
live.
what's good? Is that?
Yeah, shout out to Best of the Bay, by the way.
Real talk, shout out.
We got
Local.
16 nominations for the
Did
network.
you?
Yeah, yes.
You
The
guys-
network.
I wish I would have known.
I didn't know if you knew
Network.
this. We are the only online radio station nominated against all the FM stations.
Shush up.
I don't want to say this.
So we
compete
all going
against
as
other
dates?
people, but yo, go
Yes,
vote for the
we need
Shizzle
dates.
Show.
I need-
I'm
Best
saying,
show.
I'm with it.
Yeah.
Go vote for your boy.
Yeah.
Best up and coming radio personality.
Yeah.
New.
Yeah.
I don't even want to do it like that because it's love for my whole
Nah,
campus.
man,
Honestly, voting's done. So
I'm up for two.
Nah,
personally.
man, yeah.
We just gotta support him.
I'm up for 2.
Yeah, I'm up for Hip Hop Artist of the Year, so that's what I'm for.
Yeah.
Don't vote for me for the radio personality. Vote for him.
And
You know what I'm
most
saying?
importantly,
Get us up.
vote
you know.
for Flow Ohio Radio.
Yeah,
Flow Ohio
radio.
But
Flow Ohio Radio.
But
Flow Ohio Radio.
Flow Ohio Eats is also up for Best Taco.
Woo!
Bro, because Soul shows up with the damn taco.
Yeah.
Say it.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Shit, hell
I feel
yeah.
like I got something. I feel like
So
I
you
got
guys check out those
something to
awards.
say with that because I knew he had the illest tacos forever,
Yeah.
and I've been saying, look, you need to let the world know.
Illest
You gotta
taco.
let the world know, Craig.
Illest Taco.
We the best, Craig. And then look at that.
We the best, Craig.
We're wrapping up this show today.
Word.
Blast with these guys.
Yeah.
These are
Flow Ohio Radio.
Hey, y'all never know. Tell her she should probably get a show on the Flow Ohio Radio Network.
Yes. Why not?
What do you think?
I mean, I think that could be fun.
I want to go ahead and get on.
You got knowledge. It makes sense. You got knowledge, so you could go ahead and help people's brand right through the podcast.
Things I want to do to help.
Just saying.
Let's go with it.
Let's say goodbye to all these.
All right, y'all ready to close it out?
Hey, shut up.
Get ready to close it.
Hey!
Hey!
Hey, little white dude better know what he's doing. What his name? What was his name? What, Chadwick?
It's killing the game right now.
Hey, yo, we out. Shizzle Show, Flower Radio. Love. Peace.